What is up, everybody? What's up, Max? I'm a little bit late. Alright, so I don't know how many keys above a +10 we'll be able to do today. There's not too many people pushing high-level keys since 7.3 had a bit of a change. What's up, Demon Hunter? So I'll try to find as close to +10s as I can find. See, like, I don't have a personal +10 key. I just have a +8. There's a +11. Alright, let's go do this +11 vault. Have you guys gone over to Argus yet? I did all the dailies I could yesterday. Alright, Demon Hunter. Yeah, let's fly over. I also got this when I was in Argus, which apparently this is for a non-combat pet. So I'll try to farm out the rest of it later today, and then maybe this can be in next week's giveaway. I don't know how easy or how difficult farming out the rest of this pet will be, but I'll do it as soon as I can. And then with this, it's another pet, but I need 100 pieces of meat and I only have 14, so I have quite a lot more to go. 5% wipe. I know that 5% wipe on Kill Jaden last night was very frustrating. Illidan is savage. Yeah, no, that cutscene, that was good. That was good stuff. I like it. Yeah, for this, apparently, let me see if I can pull it up for you. What's it called again? Called Devourer. Demon Hunter, if you look there, the comment has all the areas that you need to go to in order to get that non-combat pet, so you can get that all sorted out. Yesterday I was just like trying to kill more imps and getting their bones, and it wasn't working out for me, and then I was like, alright, maybe I'm doing something wrong, and yeah, I was. I need to go look at specific areas. So this is a group for +11 vault. We need one more DPS. What's up, Sebastian? Demon Hunter, yeah, no, if you did +10 last week, the max loot was 935. What's up, Marcelo? How's it going? The cloth drop rate is stupid low. I was able to get about 40 pieces yesterday. I sold them all already. The cloth of the light, or whatever the hell it is, I sold them all yesterday. Alright, so yeah, this group is for a +11. And this week, oh man, I hope everybody stomps out the explosives. 3 hours yesterday of farming and not a single one dropped. Of what, Sebastian? 950 item level loot from the weekly chest? No, well, it starts at 935. I think you can still get lucky with warforges and stuff, so you can get a 950, I believe. I could be wrong. Oh, Max, yeah, I know what you're talking about. My warrior is a tailor, so I was able to get it a little bit faster. You did a +11 with your warrior and you got 955. Yeah, that's you got a nice warforge there. From now until the new raid is released, the cap is +10. You were thinking the whole time Zero put down the insane mutant elf? Yep. Yeah, that was intense. And also, a few of my add-ons are a little bit broken, so you see like my name is different here. But then once I get into combat, it refreshes. But Z Pro hasn't been updated, and Grid 2 hasn't been upgraded. Um, Also, one of my auction add-ons hasn't been updated yet, so there's a few add-ons that are gonna be a little bit broken, and I might be getting a few Lua errors, so I'm sorry about that. You got a relic from your chest last week? There you go, Max. Once we unlock the Netherlight Crucible, you'll see if you're gonna keep it or not. Why is my warrior a tailor? Yeah, I used to PvP a lot on my warrior. When I first started playing my warrior, I used to just PvP, and it was for nets, really. It was because mages used to piss me off. And so I went tailor only for the nets, only to be able to be ice mages. But I used to only PvP, so I used to be um, tailor engineering, and then I switched over to blacksmithing. Oh, we're getting ready to go. Ready check already, and people aren't even in here yet. You're done with alts. You got a Titan Forge Goroth trinket yesterday? Congratulations, man. Congrats. I forgot. I equipped this other trinket. When I'm doing world quests, I equip my Leviathan's Hunger to up my DPS a little bit. I pop Battle Cry and throw Leviathan's Hunger debuff on someone, and it just does crit damage, and it's insane. But yeah, that was me questing yesterday. 20 item level gain, so you'll keep it? Jeez. I know I can drop tailoring. Yeah, I know I can, but it makes me a lot of money now. At the beginning of any expansion, I get increased cloth drops, and cloth is expensive as soon as an expansion drops. Or like yesterday, I turned in the quest for 40 pieces, and I still had an extra like 20, and off of that 20, I made about 5k, I want to say. So here we go, plus 11. So we do have bolstering and explosive. So the only thing I really need to watch out for is to not keep things in combat too much, to keep my pulls relatively small, and then to stomp out the explosives myself as well. So yeah, we do have someone in here who's stomping out the explosives really well, so I'm glad about that. We do have a boomkin, and it's pretty damn easy for boomkins to just tab target and throw out a moonfire and just one-shot it. So that might be who's doing it, which is really, really nice. So there's the bolstering. It's gonna get really high up there. Those are 3 stacks. I don't want ever to get bolstering above like 6 stacks. So that's why you want to minimize your pulls to maximum 6 stacks or 6 mobs. And yeah, and my add-ons are messed up. Yeah, but as a tailor, you get increased drop chances. I didn't have too much of an issue yesterday with that. You're gonna play until next week, Argus? One good thing as well, if you are a warrior tank, about the explosive week, is that every time every time you take down an explosive, it gives you victory rush. So it's a huge benefit to you to actually take down the explosives. I keep trying to rotate to take out some of these explosives as well, but my group is doing a really good. My group is being really good about taking out the explosives, so no big deal. So even though we're going to get high stacks of bolstering, I'm not worried about this pack since they're non-elites. They're going to go down fast, and also I can kite them. So if need be, if they are really going to one-shot me and they're going to hit me that hard, I can kite these guys because they're completely snareable. You had sound issues yesterday on Raid. Some of the weird reasons there was no sound on bosses besides my Discord. Huh. I don't really play WoW with the normal sounds. I only play with the minimal amount of sound so that I can get DBM talking to me. But yeah, I don't really play WoW with the WoW sounds on. I was having a lot of issues yesterday with Destiny. That was one that gave me a ton of issues. Your computer broke, you have to buy a new solid state drive. Ouch. So you guys can't see. Normally when I get Victory Rush, it's because I tabbed over to an explosion. All my add-ons were all of them messing up. Yeah, right now it's a little annoying with the add-ons. I don't understand how a patch like this breaks so many things because they didn't add anything new to the game, right? They added a new zone. So in my head it's like, how does the coding change that much to break all the add-ons? But all of my add-ons are broken. And I can't really check on my healers. Mana, he's not saying anything, so we'll just jump in. Just because Z-Pro doesn't necessarily target my healer when I click on him. Yeah, so we'll check up, or I'll let him know to let me know personally. What's up, Epic? How's it going, man? A good cloth farming spot at the place with the Soul Prisoners World Quest. I wonder if that's where I was yesterday. I spent quite a bit of time yesterday trying to kill like imps and stuff like that, just so that I could try to get that pet. But now I know that I was in the wrong area. But I spent quite a bit of time down there. Alright, so we'll move the boss. We do have Tyrannical this week, so this boss is going to last a little bit more than normal. Hopefully everybody runs over here as well so that I can pick up these two ads. And you guys see those explosives that are like underneath the floor? And one of the Fell Furies went underneath the floor as well. I don't know what's going on. I can hit him. I can auto attack him. Oh, I went underneath the floor now too. I mean, do you guys see this? I'm underneath the floor. What the hell? Blizzard, you broke your game. What are you doing? I don't even know if I'm actively tanking anymore because I'm not up there. What the hell is going on? I mean, that's a wipe, almost for sure. But why was I inside the floor? He's at 17%. I don't know if they're going to be able to take him down. What the hell's going on? What key is it? This is a plus 11 vault. I charged one of the ads and I went underneath the floor. Alright, yeah, this is gonna be a 14% wipe. We'll get back in there. The Writhing Heart of Darkness Trinket. I haven't looked into any of the new stuff. What's up, Brittany? Alright, so hopefully this time I don't get stuck underneath the floor. You came in at a weirdo broken game time? Yeah, you did. I don't understand what the hell is going on. I won't use charge anymore, though. I think what we learned to not use charge, I guess. I guess that's not in Blizzard's game. Not today. I mean, I really want to charge like that fell explosive. I wanted to charge it to take it down, but I don't want to lose again. I don't want to go through the floor again. This is weird. I mean, the ads go through the floor too, and then they just start hitting me, and I can't do anything about it. Can't take them out. That was weird. All right, we'll go ahead and start kiting this guy around. There are the ads, and they started spawning explosives in the bottom again. I mean, I guess, and they're not even running over here. There's more you guys can see the little bright nameplates. There's explosions underneath the floor. I don't think they hit us either. Yeah, I was targeting that Fell Fury, and now that guy went under the ground. The new Fell explosions are under the ground. This is weird. Blizzard, why are you doing this stuff? Oh, there's the hatred, took somebody out, and all these ads are just hanging out up here, evade bugging. Hopefully they don't keep spawning more and more orbs like above ground. Oh, the boss evade bug. You guys see him? He's halfway in the ground. Oh, there it is. There it is. No, he's evade bugging again. He needs to come up from the ground. Come on, come. Oh. Oh, okay. I couldn't even see the texture for the hatred. That's cool. Why? I haven't done Vault of the Warden this week, and I don't think you can. More floor tanking. This is of the old private server dark days, yeah, right? Like the private servers that were so glitchy. It's because I'm undead. They know that I should be 6 feet under. That might be it. So we're gonna give it one more shot. So what it looks like is, it looks like this texture around the well is broken. So when the ads walk over it, they go down, and when the boss went down right around here. So I'm gonna try to keep them out of this ring, and hopefully I'm onto something and I can do it. So Z-axis bugs, that's exactly what it is. We're having a Z-axis bug. What my team say when I'm 6 feet under? Nothing. I said, why am I under the floor, WTF, and then they didn't say anything. They were just like, yeah, let's try it again. Are those fell things part of the affixes? No, yeah, it is. The fell explosives. It's the explosion affix. It actually, you're right, it doesn't come around too often. It's, oh no, stop. He's gonna glitch under the ground again. He's just standing there. Come with me. Come with me. There we go. Let's just walk over here. Let's just be happy. Patch weak equal rip. Yeah. Seriously. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it off of this texture over here on the left, because it looks like that's what's causing it. Do they even have a quality assurance testing team? Oh man, they have their internal testing team, but I'm assuming their testing team is busy testing out the new dungeon and the new raid. Alright, so we're going to get the ads coming up right now. Let's take out this explosive. Alright, that explosive is down. Let's keep you walking on solid ground. There we go. Let's stay the hell away from the well. Alright. Alright. Oh, we have ads that are on us. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, so maybe if we just keep him away from the well, we can make this happen. Now, unfortunately, we have a really bad spot for some of this fell stuff, some of the patches of fell. Alright, I shouldn't have charged there, but that explosion was about to go off. So either way, it would have been a wipe regardless. I gotta get the hell out of here. And that furious blast really did get us. Hopefully he doesn't glitch through the ground. Alright, we're good. And he has to walk this way. Come on, don't. Oh god. Alright, I went through the chain. I'm still alive. It's all I needed to stay alive. Come on, we got this. Me and one DPSer. Somebody left. The group is done. But we could take this boss out. Come on. Oh, why is he? You see where he's shooting into? He's like shooting to Dalaran. I think he took out the guy who left the group. Look at that. We got this. Now the group is torn apart and we can't finish it, but we got it. Stay away from the well in the middle. Now we know, but this group is done. Send a report. A new instance. The new instance is not out yet. I think in next week or in 2 weeks, something like that. I forget what week of 7.3 is going to be. They're saying invite the DPS back, and I'm not sure if he's going to go back. If he does, maybe we can get summoned back, but I don't think so. I don't think that DPS is going back. I don't blame him. That was a pretty bad glitch. A massive amount of code regression testing has to be doing to. But they didn't change anything in the old content, Heath. That's why all the code just goes to a new zone. All right, yeah. So this group fell apart. We'll find something else. And since I was party leader there, I do think the guy that left was the guy with the key. Alright, EOA +9. We're not gonna find too many. Oh, why is it all DPSers? I don't want to join that. We're not gonna find too many things that are above +10 because you just don't need to this week. This week until the new raid comes out, all you need to do is a +10 for the week and you're good. So once the new raid comes out, that's when +15s will be a thing again. But from now until that new dungeon comes out, you just need to get a +10 done for the week. They're busy testing what food is for lunch. What a start of a stream. Yeah, seriously, I was tanking underground. Max, I thought your guild got back into shape and got like 4 new bosses down and stuff. Still gonna transfer? Even 7.2 had the same issue with the dungeons. I don't remember it that bad with 7.2. I remember the affixes being terrible when they first launched. Like, I remember, which one was it? Actually, Fell Explosives was terrible. You couldn't LOS it, you couldn't outrange it. And then you also had, I think Grievous was also another one that was pretty bad. Yeah, the new affixes were pretty terrible. Got the maiden hammer. Got a full transmog going with the maiden hammer. Look at that, look at that. Got my ribs out right here. Oh man, I am ready to tank. You kidding me? Alright, so once we get another person here, we'll get ready to tank. Is that somebody? Yeah, that is somebody. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you. Too bad the trial of style is over. However, I did win the trial of style. Look at that. I am fashionable. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I got my fashionable undershirt. Got my buffs going. I hadn't thought about that, Heath. I really hadn't thought about them reusing that texture and changing the collision on it. He has to wear other classes' gear to look decent. It's just paladin shoulders. That's it. But besides paladin shoulders, everything else isn't necessarily paladin. This is ICC. I mean, Ulduar. This is tier 19 for warriors, the chest piece. This is like LFR plate. I'm not sure where the helmet's from, actually. Some WAD raid, maybe? Maybe like Blackrock Foundry or something? Not sure why we're getting a summoning portal in here going, but I guess so. We have one more person. And they're in here, so no need. I've been using my my unicorn mount to fight the fell forces of Argus. Shoulders make the look and I call myself fashionable. I am, look at this. It's not me, it's Blizzard, Max. Blizzard is calling me fashionable. They gave me a buff and everything. Alright, let's get a Warlock candy and we should be good to go. Waiting on one last person to be ready. They're just getting their food buff and we're good. Alright, we're good to go. He hit not ready, but then he typed in ready. So we're good. This will be a +9, so that means we don't get tyrannical. So this, from now up until the new raid launches, things should be a little bit easier. Although everything was kind of scaled back, but getting a key to get higher should be easier, since you don't have all three affixes necessarily all at the same time. But then your +10 should be as difficult as a +15 used to be. Oh man, we're getting ninja pulls already. Not very good to get ninja pulls this early on in a dungeon. And the turtle has 2 stacks of bolstering. Do you guys see how Z-Pearl, it keeps the last mob I was damaging as the active one, and then it just, once I get in combat, it forces a refresh. It's really weird. So yeah, get those spell explosives down, and if you're a prot warrior, you have even more of an incentive because of Victory Rush. It'll just keep you alive. Let's pull this guy. The boomkin pulled? Yep, the boomkin pulled. And we had another explosive pretty far away. I didn't think it was going to be handled, but it actually got stomped out pretty quickly. So I'm glad the group is on it when it comes to that. Like that fell explosive. There it is. Went down. Not much work from me. It shouldn't necessarily fall on your tank, but as a tank, it doesn't hurt for you to also be doing any of the affixes. Alright, let's jump in there. Yeah, the Boomkin's pulling before me too. Oh man, Boomkin wants to go down. Alright, since we don't have Tyrannical, this dungeon should be a little bit easier on stuff like the bosses, just because we don't have that increased HP and increased damage. And there he is pulling again. Alright, so we have both of the ads coming from the same side. Hopefully someone takes care of that explosive. Yeah, they did. Perfect. Both explosives were taken care of. I can take care of this one right here. There it is. So hopefully they take it over to the ad. Oh, nope, the ad went down. Too much damage on the ad. Since we don't have Tyrannical, the Warlock might survive. And the Warlock did survive. I'm going to assume it was only because we don't have Tyrannical. Uh-oh. That explosive over there is going to go off. Yep. Oh, we went down. Went down to those ads. Not sure what pulled them or who pulled them. The boss got close to that direction, but not sure what got him. Either way, we were killing the ads too fast, and that wasn't very good. You don't remember how they changed Mythic Plus again? A plus 10 is like a plus 15. So this plus 9 is probably equivalent to an old plus 13, maybe plus 14, depending on how it really scales at that, you know, minute level. The only thing is we don't have 3 affixes, so even though it's like a plus 13, it's still a little bit easier because you don't have that 3rd affix. Like any other bird, pull and all. Yeah, see, I can't really check on my healer's mana right now with my add-ons. Like, I can't see anyone's mana. Alright, let's go. I don't see my healer eating. I don't see my healer drinking, so I'm just going to assume today. Alright, so we took care of a lot of those spell explosions. Here's the crashing wave. I gotta get the hell out of here, and there's the ad. Perfect, and we took care of that explosive as well. So the ads are gonna spawn right behind him. There's the warrior taking care of the explosives, which is perfect. Do have to keep that interrupted. You don't want that heal to go off ever. We do have that fell explosive, but I did see that warrior jump over at the last second. So here's a crashing wave. This is getting really messy, but I hope our DPS can catch up. Perfect. So it got really messy at the end there. I think our DPS is a little bit low. So you're going to be doing 6 to 8 since you hate the hard ones. The instance is bugged again. What did you see? I didn't see any glaring bugs on this one. But the vault for sure. That was terrible. Alright, so once everybody gets here, we can pull this. I don't want to pull it with all these little ads. Oh god, there goes the druid again, cleaving everything. It's okay, it's only going to get like 7 stacks of bolstering. No big deal, right? Alright, so this might be a wipe right here because of bolstering. And look at that, of course he's going to pad the meters and kill the droplets first. Yep. Yeah, that boom can kill us. Yeah, that was that was for sure a rip on that boomkin's part. Can't be doing that stuff. I let him know. Hopefully he slows down a little bit, because now I can pull this. This is fine. This look, he pulled the snail. Now we're gonna have another explosion go off over there. Sometimes we just get those groups with people who just want to pull for everything. What else is bugged though, Brittany? I haven't noticed too much else that's very bugged. I mean, my add-ons, yeah, my add-ons are very broken. I'm missing my auction add-on. Haven't been able to post like I normally do because it's broken. Alright, we should be good to go. Since we did kill some of these droplets, I'm not going to go ahead and pull them. We also did kill the first 2 turtles in the very beginning of the dungeon, so we shouldn't need all the extra enemy forces percentage right now. It shouldn't be necessary. Yeah, there are quite a bit of bugs normally on patch day. The good thing is though, yesterday I did TOS and none of the bosses seemed bugged, so that's good. Did they pull something else? No. Okay. Good. Thought maybe they had pulled another one of the mobs over here. Alright, so we're going to pull this guy back a little bit. That snail is going to bounce over to the boomkin, and that's okay. That boomkin can keep that snail for a little bit. That, and then the snail did get bolstering as well since we did keep it in combat. There's going to be a lot of extra pulls this run, which means that I don't think we're going to have to pull quite as much as we normally do. So I'm also going to pull this just because it's easy to take down. So we'll see how this goes. I mean, this pull itself isn't anything difficult, so we should be okay. Alright, and as soon as my snare goes away, that's when I'll be pulling the boss. Alright, so we're good to go. We're in the boss fight, and after this, the big thing, since we don't have the third tyrannical affix, the big thing is going to be taking care of all of the trash that's coming up right around Serpentrix and getting our enemy forces up. But besides that, we should be alright. Hopefully the group knows how to handle the ads and the Curse of the Witch is used to take him down. And perfect, it really was. So that's the good way of taking down the ads. So when you get those ads, you round them up, and then whoever has Curse of the Witch has to use their debuff to actually aim it at the ads and one-shot them and take them down. So that's perfect. Well, there I go for trying to take out the Fell Explosive. I was trying to take out the Fell Explosive and I got knocked back by a Curse of the Witch. But it's Fell Explosive still spawns at really weird times every now and then. Like for this week in Mythic Plus, I still need to render it, but I did an Upper Kara, and as I'm running up to the boss in Phase 2, when I'm trying to catch up to where the boss is, he actually summoned a Fell Explosive, and the only reason we didn't go down is because I was able to heroic leap and charge in there. So if we hadn't had a tank that was that mobile, that Fell Explosive would have gone off because there was no way of dealing with it. So just like that, the Static Nova went out, and the only way to deal with Fell Explosive was for someone to run into the water that you're not supposed to be in. So every now and then Fell Explosive has a tendency of coming out at the exact wrong times. My screen turning red at full health, yeah, it's DBM. It's telling me to like not stand and stuff. Ooh, that Fell Explosive almost went off. I don't know if you guys saw how close that was. And the bad thing about Fell Explosives as a tank is that your auto attack does not kill it. So you need to land an actual special ability or 2 auto attacks. So what was it? Our warrior and our boomkin went down to that. This Hydra does have 5 stacks of bolstering, so it hits twice as hard. So no rip key yet. Yeah, Max, we got a rip key on the first one. The vault where I went through the floor, that was a rip key. This is a second key, so far not too terrible. I don't know how I keep taking that much damage just from auto attacks. I don't think I'm standing in anything, so not sure what is hitting me so hard. Alright, there it is. Raid boss down. Alright, so after this, we do have 1 res to give out. And then we should be good to go to keep pulling. And that's how more damage will be taken with my weak ass bones because I'm an undead. Thanks. 17 already dead, Max? Aw, man. What if we survive? What if we make it? And people are not releasing. Yeah, what if we make it? Despite Boomkin's pulling for us and wiping us. I told that Boomkin that if he kept pulling that I was going to let him keep the aggro. So I don't think the Boomkin is going to be pulling anymore. That's a big if. I think we'll be all right. We might be able to get this. I mean, just in time. It depends. If we do Serpentrix just right, we had what, that 1 wipe on the first boss. So if we do Serpentrix right, we'll be good. Oh, here's another wipe. Look at all these ads. I can't get away. I can't get away. Okay, I was able to get away. That's a lot of bolstering on those crabs. Alright, we're good. We're good. We're good. Recover. Recover. I also don't really want that seagull to stun me, so I can just keep kiting it forever. Alright, there it is. He's gonna get me. Alright, so we're good. Let's keep getting some of these pulls here. Some of our enemy forces completed, and we shouldn't need to go too all out, because normally when they changed how the percentages worked in EOA, I had to start running into the forest over here and actually picking some of those up. So I shouldn't need to do that this time around. We should be okay with just what we have here. I'll go across this, or the boomkin can pull again. That was the warlock pulling, but jeez. Yeah, the thing is, I think the people in this group really like pulling for me. That's what's really happening. So when you go Horde, Tauren, or Blood Elf, Tauren. You need to go Tauren. Especially if you're gonna be tanking. Come on, you gotta be sturdy. Alright, so the spray sand, I'll aim it away from the group. And they picked up the seagull too. There it is, it did hit me. So that spray sand's gonna get me. Hopefully I don't walk into the sand. With the disorient. Alright, so hopefully these crabs are taken down before they can reach me again, so that I don't get snared anymore. Perfect. So now we can engage Serpentrix. I might want to take down one of these guys after, but we can actually take down Serpentrix like this. Maybe they think it's only a +9. I think so. I honestly think that I also think that that's also Blizzard's mistake. Every time they release a new patch, they keep nerfing it. Like when Nighthold was out, I think it'd be a lot easier for everyone to just kind of be like, hey, when Legion first came out, I was doing +6s, now I'm doing +15s, but the maximum gear drops from a +20 or something. I do think it's Blizzard's error that they kind of make it so that a +10 is always going to be the challenging thing to do, the maximum amount of gear. It also makes people feel like they're not advancing, they're not getting stronger, because all I can do is a +10. So yeah, I do think that's a mistake that maybe they could fix. Or actually at this point, this is probably the last patch of this expansion, so at this point it's probably a little bit too late, but I do think it makes people feel a little bit weaker, and it also gives a false sense of security. Now that a +9 isn't old, you know, +13 missing one affix, it gives you that false sense of hope. Alright, so we did get that down. We're at 71. I'm gonna pick up this last guy over here, this spray sand guy. And with that, we should be alright. That'll put me up to 73. Actually, if I want to be sure, what I can do is pick up that group of non-elites over there. And that group of non-elites will go down really easily. It won't be too much of a problem. They do snare me, they hamstring me, but that's fine. People can't be bothered to read patch notes. That's exactly what happens. What's up, Trace? Nice to see you again, Trace. Alright, so I'm going to start kiting them so that they don't snare me forever to the point where I can't even walk. So hopefully that gets taken care of. Yeah, this group is doing pretty good with the explosions. The Boomtard's DPS seems a little light on single target. Yeah, Boomkins suffer from either being complete AoE spec or complete single target spec. So one thing I'm not going to do here is I'm not going to run in there. Oh god. Oh man, I wanted to avoid over pulling, and here we are. Alright, so I'm gonna get the hell away from all this. Hopefully I don't go down to all this. This is just a lot of bolstering, a lot of stacks of bolstering. I don't want to actually look at all this bolstering. That will take me down if they even look at me funny. In particular, this guy. So what I'll do is my heroic leap is up. So once these other guys behind me go down, there it is. That's the best I can do for now. I need to stay away from the snail as well. Alright, so yeah, the best thing I can do is kind of just keep kiting this guy infinitely. Look at this. He has 26 million HP at 16%. Alright, so now we for sure will not have any problem with enemy forces because we've overpulled more than once. That fell explosion's gonna go off. That's 50% of everyone. I managed to LOS it. Since I do know we can LOS it, every now and then you just have to run around a corner. Even if that means that your group can't make it across. Sometimes it's just survival of the fittest. It's unfortunate. And there's another snail. Again. But yeah, Boomkins suffer from either being complete AoE spec or complete single target spec, and I'm assuming he went complete AoE spec, and that's why his DPS is a little low on the single target. Hopefully nobody pulls here. I mean, there's so much rogue pulling in this. Especially if they aren't glyphed. I just saw that, Max. How dare you? Working while watching the stream is hard. Really? Look at this. Here I was hoping for no rogue pulls. I don't know why I was hoping for no rogue pulls. Not sure. I think that was the warlock. To be fair, I don't think it was the boomkin. I think it was the warlock. But I mean, we're probably gonna get to 120% of enemy forces. There's 91, and right here we're gonna get another 10, I believe. Yeah, another 10 right here, and then another 8 right before the Eye of Ajara. So we're over by a long shot. The good thing is we're not fortified this week, so at least these two guys aren't gonna be anything too crazy or necrotic. When it's either fortified or necrotic, these two guys are not very fun to do. At least I have 3 new DPS to add to my block list. I think there's a few add-ons that let you create other like custom lists of people's names with notes. So it's not necessarily a block list, but you can be like, this guy was a boomkin that was pulling, this guy, you know. I think there's a few add-ons that do that. I don't have them, but I think there is. Alright, the healer said wait, I'm not sure why. Okay, let's go. How much time do we have? Take a look right after this. We have 6 minutes. 6 minutes to kill this, to kill the ads, and to kill the Eye of Azara. I mean, it's possible since Tyrannical isn't around, and every boss doesn't have a ton of extra HP, so it's possible. It's just not very likely. So there's a Quake again. After every Quake, remember to move this boss, just because you don't want to be standing right next to one of your old Quakes and take all that damage. How to block people? You don't know how to block people? I've blocked a few people. Not recently, like way back when. Alright, and then there's the other ground slam. Let's take care of that explosive. And we had another Quake. So there it is. We have probably about 5.5 minutes. Yeah, almost 5.5. So we'll see if we can make it. That fight with this boss took 2 minutes and 3 seconds. So hopefully this can go a little bit faster. We have about 2.5 minutes to spend on the ads, and then another 2.5 minutes to spend on the boss. So if you block them, we can't play with them. No, if you block them, what happens is if you're ever in a group with them, when they talk or when they chat, you can't see it. So you can never see them talk. You've never blocked or ignored someone in your life? Following mechanics shouldn't be elite. I agree. There's certain things, you know, at this point you'd imagine Mythic Pluses have been around for so long that everybody's got somewhat an idea of what to do and how the pulls go and how things happen, especially given what week it is. So when when it's necrotic, you know that your tank is gonna have to run around in circles like an idiot, and you're gonna have to kind of go in there and, you know, chase the ads down. When it's something like bolstering or raging, you know that your tank is gonna kite when the pull gets too low. Oh, it's ignore? Yeah, that's what she meant, and as opposed to block, she meant ignore. 3 minutes. We have 3 minutes. Let's go. So I can't necessarily handle those explosives because that looks like it's right out of melee range, and if I were to run out there, that means that the Eye of Azara would stop attacking me and start attacking some of the melee DPS here. So unfortunately I can't get to those guys. Hopefully this guy runs in. No, he's not running in. But yeah, if I were to run out, the only reason I ran out on that one is because they all went to go stack on the Boomkin, so there was no one in melee range. But if I were to run out of melee range, it would slap the closest melee person. So that's why I didn't want to go for those first 2 fell explosions. So hopefully they spawn a little bit closer to the boss this time. The edge of that wave was probably around where I would put the edge. Here's a massive deluge, so I'm gonna go ahead and run over here. Make sure that kind of happens on me over here. So they should be stacking up for that? No. So that guy's down, but we only have 2% left, so we should be alright. So you see, since that one spawned a little bit closer, I was able to get it. But there it is. We were able to complete it on time. Just in time. It was probably like a minute left, or probably less than that, to be completely honest. And we got 9 10s. Alright. So it wasn't a rip key, even though it was pretty damn close. Let's head back over to Dalaran. Let's get the hell away from this boomkin. You right click their name and click block. Yeah, you right click them, click ignore. Yeah. This group doesn't dispel polymorph. Yeah, they left me polymorph. There was a few other things. When I was taking down the slimes, they do that big AoE snare as soon as they die. That can also be cleansed off. Is there a Blingtron 6000? There is. It's got a legendary. I haven't gotten a legendary on my tank in a while. So let's see. Nope. Still haven't gotten a legendary in the tank on my tank. What's my least favorite affix? For me, it's easily necrotic. Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. Necrotic is for sure my least favorite. When it's necrotic week, I don't play too much. I do the stream for you guys, and I do this week in Mythic Plus, and that's about all I do on a necrotic week. But yeah, necrotic for sure is my least favorite. It just makes it so that I have to looking for a carry. It just makes it so that I have to keep kiting things. Uh-oh. Cathedral. Plus 12. Let's go for a rib key. Let's just... You know what? The first rib key wasn't bad enough. Going through the floor. That was just the floor. I mean, here's a plus 10 arc. Oh. We got into the plus 12 cathedral. I hope you guys are happy. But yeah, Barona, easily the worst affix for me is necrotic as well. There's this dude on Karn that's all on your tunes ignore list. That's funny. You need to find me a heroic key buddy. What? Oh, I need a buddy. Yes. Yeah. The reason why I also hate necrotic is I think some DPSers and some healers don't realize that it's necrotic week, and you run into a dungeon, and then you start kiting, and people start yelling at you, like, "Why are you running around so much?" And it's like, if I didn't, I would die. If I didn't run around, then the healer would yell at me that he can't heal me. You got a legendary yesterday? I got a legendary yesterday, but on my boomkin. I haven't gotten one on my tank in a while. Let me reset this combat I have, and then we can go back down. Damn, Epic. People just using you. Yeah, I can't fly in WAD either. So anytime someone wants to fly, someone wants to go run a WAD raid or WAD dungeon for transmog, I have to tell them that they have to pick me up because I can't fly in WAD. Cathedral of Eternal Hell. That's right. That's what we're doing. You guys just like to see me suffer. You guys like to see my bones crack in there. Alright, let's see. I think everybody should be here. You were hoping the boomkin would rip key the EOA. Didn't happen. Boomkin, not even the boomkin could stop us. That was not the best run, but we got it done with a few seconds to spare. The first boss is a rip key boss. It really is. Yep. It's dealing with the first boss, and I don't know if they've fixed it. I would think they've fixed it, but who knows? It's Blizzard. As soon as those ads come out, fell explosives used to spawn on them as well. But since they're summoned ads or conjured ads, however you want to look at it, since they're summoned in the fight, they shouldn't be summoning the fell orbs. So If they're still summoning explosives, then this first boss is going to be very close to impossible unless you have 3 ranged DPS, all of which know exactly how to stomp out the explosives. If they fixed it, then we have a chance. The key... Yeah, so hopefully they fixed explosive on this dungeon. That's our hopes and dreams. Because if they didn't, then we're not gonna get this. Although we do have range. Actually, I don't know if the shaman is a ranged DPS. I don't know if he's elemental. All right, let's give it a shot. Cathedral of Eternal Hell. Let's see how bad it is. Plus 12, which is like an old, maybe like an old plus 16 or something, plus 17. So yeah, this first pull, the only thing to really keep in mind is to interrupt the shadow wall. That fell strike goes out on someone that randomly. I can't do much about it, so they just have to move out of it. Hopefully they see it when it targets them. Here's the second pull. Alright, so it looks like we won't have too much interrupting going on. Not interrupting, I'm sorry. Too much explosion stomping out. Actually, that one was good. Gotta keep that shadow wall interrupted. Oh, and that demonic mending. Alright, there's a lot of interrupts you gotta get off. If you can't interrupt the shadow wall, the demonic mending is a little bit more important, so what you can do is just move out of the AoE of demonic wall. One other thing I'll do is I'll pull this one guy, and I think pulling this guy pulls this boss, or is it just pulling the pat? I always forget which one's which, but definitely, yeah, it's pulling the pat. So this guy just comes by himself. When I pull that pat, it might pull the mini boss. I always thought it had to do with the distance, but we'll see. We'll let the pat walk forward a little bit. I don't want to rush it and get the mini boss and the pat if I can avoid it. Or my group can rush it for me. I mean, there's always that. So the mini boss is coming, and we have the ad. Yay! Shadow Wave. Let's see how many people it takes out. 1? Oh, none. Wow, I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. There's the next Shadow Wave right here, which is going to go out. Oh, I thought it was going to hit that one guy. Alright, so we're good. We're good so far. And with bolstering, they did take down the mini boss first, which is what you really want to do. So actually, this group is doing all right. This group is doing all right. Alright, we're good to go. Now that this is done, we can keep going. This happened in my cathedral last week. Yeah, that was a plus 17 cathedral, right? Which actually is probably... no, that one was probably a little bit harder than this one. Even with the new changes. This is probably like a 16. At least I think so, but who knows? I have no idea. I haven't seen the actual table scaling. So there it is. This is the perfect tanking angle here. You just wanna go up against the wall, and that's because of fell swipe. And there's a shadow wall. It did get interrupted by someone, and he's the last one up. No, we got 2 stacks of bolstering, so we're gonna get 3, and then it'll be the kill. Perfect. So now we're gonna get 2 of the gargoyle summons. The weird part is that the that mob that the Dreadwings kill is considered an enemy mob. So on oh god, nope, 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 nope. Let's run it back. LOS all of the fell explosions. Alright, I'm glad I was able to take out one of those fell explosives just so that I can get victory rush. And again, I have another victory rush waiting for me. So that's good. Trying to stay ahead of the curve by doing those fell explosions myself, just so that I can have my own healing. I wasn't able to get that one. I mean, the bolstering stacks are going to get pretty high, but at least we don't have a gargoyle right now. Just because those gargoyles do hit really, really hard. So that's a good thing. A gargoyle with so many stacks of bolstering would be deadly. So we handled that well. I'm surprised. What's up, Katie? How's it going? Gargoyle summon? What? No, I'm talking about gargoyles. Did I not say it correctly? Sometimes talking and tanking at the same time is just too much for me. Next time you're tanking, try to hold a conversation. It's a little bit more difficult than it seems. Trying to keep a good rotation. What's up, Tyler? Welcome to the live stream. Alright, let's see. Let's take this out. I have another warlock that also pulls for me. The warlock in the last run was pulling for me just like the Pumpkin was. Not as bad, but they were both pulling for me. Ooh, that fell explosive went off. Alright, we can recover. We can recover. That fell explosive won't hit me if I'm over here. Yep, and that's the death of everyone. Alright, so I think it's up to me to take care of the explosives. Alright, that's one confirmed kill. I mean, we're making progress. It's slow, but we're making progress. Keep yourself alive with the fell explosives and victory rush. That's all you can do. Alright, there it is. No need to wipe. We can just keep going. Perfect. Alright, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I said gargoyle, not gargoyle. Sorry. Alright, so we have 3 deaths. Not too bad until we get to the first boss. We'll see how bad the first boss is, which is probably going to be pretty damn bad. That explosive! Oh no. Does this pool have more explosives than normal? The hell is going on here? That was a lot of explosives in the first few seconds of this pull. Not sure why. Hopefully I get a cleanse. Hopefully I get a cleanse so that I don't die to damage. No. I went down to 30% and 40%. Alright. I got healed a little bit. So that's good. Alright, so we can LOS those fell explosives that just went out right now, and we'll be good to go. Uh-oh. For some reason we got this guy too. Alright, so this guy, again, I'm going to go ahead and just use this ledge, and he can just keep walking around in circles. He won't be able to get to me. Alright, perfect. We can just go ahead and move on. Is everyone here? We need a few more people. Yeah, tanking and talking at the same time. Not happening. I mean, I've gotten better at it, but it's still not something that comes naturally. It's even worse if you're like trying to tank and then look and read chat and respond to it. We try to make it happen here. Alright, there it is. Keep taking out those fell explosives. Ooh, our warlock went down. Not sure to what. Was he standing in something? Oh, he's right here. He wasn't necessarily standing in anything. Maybe it was just the choking vines that got him. Or your tanking is real bad when you're trying to talk and tank? Yeah. Just woke up and it's 1 PM. That's nice. Sleeping in is always good. And there's the res, so I will go ahead and pull, because that guy can just accept the res whenever he wants to. There he is. Just get back up from his sleep. You can't even breathe on tough fights. That happens a little bit. So when it's like a brand new progression fight, like the first times I was in Heroic Kill Jade and trying to get him down, every now and then you kind of like hold your breath, and then you realize after, you're like, oh, I'm really tense. What the hell is going on? Why am I this tense? It happens. I've been there. It's 3:30 a.m. for you, Epic? Damn. It's a big difference. Alright, so we got that down. We're gonna have a few of these other lashers over here as well. And that's what happens when the tank doesn't pull. Everything runs right by me. Alright, we're good. Hopefully somebody handles the explosive. I was in the middle of Neltharian's Fury. That blistering rain is gonna be really bad. I managed to interrupt the latter part of the rain, but not the beginning. Alright, so I interrupted that blistering rain as well. And then there's a few of the explosions I've been able to keep off. I think one of them just went off. Alright, so now at least we don't have any more blistering rains, because that guy's down. So now it's just the lashers. And hopefully we take down the Stranglevine first, because he's the most detrimental to the rest of the players. And then the other ones can go down whenever they go down. But we keep having DPS go down, and they don't necessarily want to release and run back. I get it, it's a long run back. But at this point, things take so long to die, it's about the same time. In fact, I think it'd be faster to run back with the amount of time it's taking to take these guys down. Alright, and then this next pull is just the guys that blow up in a Strangle Vine. So I really want to get that pull so that they aggro to me automatically. That Boomy has a Death Wish. The one from last run, yeah, he did. He really did. Alright, so as soon as... there it is. So what I will do is I will get that. Nope, I didn't get the pull. The Warlock did. So the Warlock has to not die. Alright, so now that that's taken care of, we just have one last Lasher, which is the Stranglevine. The moment of truth is here. Not yet, not yet. Don't explosives spawn randomly. They spawn around the mob. So if this is the mob, they're going to spawn somewhere around that mob. Like the boss, they'll spawn somewhere around the boss. It depends on the hitbox of what mob we're talking about, but they spawn around the mobs. Alright. Let's see how this goes. Let's go. So we are going to have Tyrannical because this is a plus 12. So things are going to hit pretty damn hard. I want to make sure that I do have... I'm going to take care of the explosives if I see them. Alright, so that Succulent Lasher that's right next to the boss, I don't want him to cast anywhere near me. So unfortunately, like that explosive, I'm not going to be able to take it down myself. There's the Timber Smash. So hopefully we handle the Succulent Lasher. There it is. I mean, we handled the ads relatively well. It wasn't the cleanest takedown, but it also wasn't very sloppy, so that's good. Timber Smash is going to be coming up again. There it is. There's the Timber Smash right there. Oh, I ran into the ad. That was me. So not too bad. Although the ads are staying alive for a little bit longer than they should. I don't know if everyone's turning over to the ads, but that wasn't that bad. We can work around that. We can work around that. Kick the Boomkin. We don't have a Boomkin in this run. Talking about the Warlock. The Warlock keeps pulling for me, and then look, he stays dead. He doesn't even release to run back. Didn't fall asleep till 5 AM last night. Yeah, I stayed up. I stayed up doing a lot of the Argus questline as well. I don't want to fall behind on the rep. And then there's a few things with that. Ah, man, somebody left already. Who was it? The mage left. So that's a rip key. Unfortunately, that's a rip key. I think we could have done it. We definitely had the DPS to do it. We just needed to swap over those ads a little bit better. But not everybody wants progress. Most people just want to go in and get it done. Cathedral is the devil. Yeah, Max is absolutely right. Cathedral really is the devil. You step away and EOA becomes Cathedral. Yeah, we went from one dungeon to the other. The EOA was finished with about 40 seconds left, so the EOA wasn't too bad. Anything else? Anything else? Quarter stars plus 10. Black through cold. Just be God. Not good. Just be God. Upper 13. Not much. Not like a whole lot else. Again, there's not going to be too much above plus 10 this week, just because it's not needed. I don't know if I want to join the group that says just be God. I have a serious... Yeah, he does. Epic definitely does. You're starting Argus on Friday? It's pretty fun, Tyler. Not gonna lie to you, it's pretty fun. I don't want to join the Just Be God group. And then... this group, Arcway. I'm not a fan of Arcway, but we'll jump in it. All of those tiny little ads in the very beginning gonna be not very fun, especially so I've never done Arcway on an explosive week, but the first slime, when it splits up, can it spawn an orb on each of those split mobs? Because if it can, that's a lot of orbs. That's gonna be real heavy. All right, I guess we're going to Arcway plus 13. Let's give it a shot. Let's get another rip key going. You guys won rip key hype. So actually, something that I'll mention to you guys is that I did get a sponsor button. So if you guys are watching on YouTube Gaming, you guys can see that there's a sponsor button underneath the stream now. And what that is, it's kind of like YouTube game. So when you go over to Twitch, you have subscribers on Twitch, and then when a channel gets X amount of subscribers backing it up, then they get custom emojis, they get a certain amount of things. And on YouTube Gaming, it's going to be the exact same thing. So once we reach a certain amount of sponsors, then we'll also get custom emojis. And when we get custom emojis, you guys can bet that we're going to have a rip key emoji. So once we get to a certain amount of sponsors, I can contact YouTube. They'll get me an artist that will design custom emojis for me. So that's going to be cool. You those groups, Trace, yeah. What do they call it? Big DPS. Yeah, those groups are interesting. Arcway is right in here. We do need one more person, so we'll see how this goes. What's the group? What do we need? A healer? No, we need one DPSer. Oh, there's plenty of DPS in there. Alright, so one more DPSer and we'll be good to go. Let's just start running over there, start running to the stone so that we can get a summon in as quickly as possible. Yeah, see the add-ons are so broken. They have this elite frame around them, even though it's a non-elite. Alright, so we should be good hiding right around here, right? Just go away. There we go. Am I going to be playing Destiny 2? Yes, I am, Hector. Ian with the sponsorship. Thank you, man. You get a custom badge. You get a custom badge right now. So Ian, thank you, man. That means a lot. Day one of having sponsorships. I got it late last night. So day one of having sponsorships. Thank you, Ian. Don't join any group with the stupid name. Yeah, that's when it was like, hey, be God DPS. I'll stay over here. So we need one more DPSer. I'm not sure what we're waiting on. There you go, Ian. Look at that. You got the special badge. And yes, Hector, I'm going to be bringing a little bit of Destiny 2 content over to the channel. So for those of you who will be playing and enjoying Destiny 2, which is another RPG, it's a first-person shooter RPG. I am bringing that. So I was playing a little bit last night, you know, getting the rust off of the old trigger button over here. So now that I got the rust off, I will be streaming that. Not today. Tomorrow's the last day of the beta, so you guys might see a Destiny 2 stream tomorrow. And I do want to start streaming more. So maybe Friday streams for World of Warcraft, and the other streams will be more involving you guys and more involving all of you here on YouTube and more of the audience. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you for stopping by. I'll see you later. You haven't done any of Argus because I was working late last night and you were taking a break from raiding. Yeah, it's a whole lot of dailies right now, but it is a cool new zone. What I really enjoy is when they bring a new zone that has new character models and nice storyline, and that's what this one has. It has brand new character models. Terralion looks crazy good. I really like the Terralion's armor. Let's check the dungeon difficulty. We're good. We can run in. Let a guy know for what, Max? So much percentage of the sponsorship I get. I'm not sure what the percentage breakdown is yet. I didn't I didn't fully look at the FAQ. I know in Twitch, I want to say it's like 70-30 or 80-20, and I think it's about the same for here for YouTube gaming. You're working on Fortran? Trace, you're working on Fortran, or was... I didn't see Brittany type that. Fortran's an interesting language. How do you sponsor? Is it like Patreon for YouTube? Yeah, Max. So basically Patreon is just an outside thing that I say, hey, I'm going to be willing to give you guys these things, these perks, and, you know, there's different tiers. But for YouTube gaming, since I just got it yesterday, what it really is you just directly support. It's just like a donation to the channel. So in this one, you sign up, and the default sponsorship, and I don't think you can change it, is I want to say $3.99 a month, and then you subscribe for X amount of months. You get the special badge, and then once we hit X amount of subscribers, then we'll get custom emojis in the channel. And I want to say it's like 50 sponsors or whatever. So once we get to a certain amount of sponsors, then we can get YouTube Gaming will get me in contact with an artist, and I say I want these 10 or 11 custom emojis, and whoever is a sponsor gets those emojis. So it's very much like Twitch, like what they do with their custom emojis and their subscribers. But this one is just called sponsorships because normal YouTube subscribers are just called subscribers. Alright, so where is... okay. So I don't think any of the doors, left or right, are open yet. Alright, I don't normally run Archway too much, truth be told, so I'm not 100% sure on everything Archway, especially with the whole doors opening up. Now, the right door is open. My bad, I missed that. I just know that this first pull is just always hell. And so the fell explosions did go off over there in the corner. That is for sure going to be a wipe. At this point, we might as well jump out, to be honest with you. That acidic bile is the only one. Oh, alright, he evade bugged. Alright, perfect. So now we can just take this guy down. He doesn't have all those stacks of bolstering. Combat did reset. It's just my add-ons that are kind of messed up. Do I get more money from YouTube or Patreon? Max, let me get back to you on that. Because I know they both take a cut, and it might be just about the same cut, to be completely honest with you. But let me get back to you on that. I need to read the complete FAQ about sponsorships. The new Blizzard's animations look good. Yes. So I didn't notice them since I was playing in Boomkin form. I didn't notice them, but then I started healing in my heroic TOS run yesterday on my druid, and I started noticing that my healing animations were completely different, and I really like the way they look. And I might keep that in mind, Max. I might be glyphing my Boomkin soon, since the animations don't apply to Boomkin form, but they apply to regular form. So I might apply the glyph just because casting on my Tauren looks better now, as opposed to being in Boomkin form. I really like Boomkin form, but oh man, it's a little hard to want to get rid of the Boomkin form. I really like it. Tyler, thank you for stopping by. If you don't come back, you can always watch the VOD. Alright, let's take these guys down. That's a lot of explosives, unfortunately, but it's not much you can do on a pull like this when they just kind of get summoned. Oh, went down to those rats. Yeah, those rats get a ton of stacks of bolstering. That's the one thing I've noticed about Archway, is that it just has those pulls that there's no other way you can do them besides getting a ton of stacks of bolstering. Bolstering and raging, not good for COS, not good for Arcway. You were busy with Hunter, you haven't checked other tunes. The new animations are dope. Yeah, I was healing on my Boomkin, who's a female Tauren, and the new animations are pretty cool. I like the new animation for Wild Growth. The Wild Growth one is really cool. Like roots start coming out of your feet, attaching to your hands as you're casting. It's really cool. Your only problem with the Boom Chicken is no transmog. Yeah, I've always really liked Boomkins ever since, you know, since like BC. So to me, Boomkin form is a badge of honor. Something like it shows who you are. Like to all the people that are glyphed, they're not Boomkins. You know, they're balance druids. So to me, to be a Boomkin, you have to go into Moonkin form, or else you're just a balance druid. So I don't want to get rid of it, but the new casting animations do look pretty cool. Not gonna lie, and it's sad that as Boomkin form you're left with a model that's so old and doesn't have that much love anymore. I mean, look, the Boomkin dance is still pretty damn fun, but then if I go and switch over to just a balance druid, I won't be able to flap anymore. And flapping is part of my identity as a Boomkin. Come to the dark side of the glyph. Yeah, the animations, I agree. Animations are really cool, and I had not considered getting rid of my Boomkin form until I saw what the casting animations looked like when I was healing. And then on the Kill Jaden fight, I also got to see them. Just because the Kill Jaden fight, I'm swapping over between travel form, bear form. I'm swapping over between Boomkin, travel, and bear all the time, and even kitty form actually. So since I keep swapping over, I kept seeing my animations on my Boomkin spells, and I was like, that looks pretty cool. Even just Moonfire looks pretty cool. So yeah, it's a consideration I'm doing right now. You're a transmog sucker. The only thing too with the whole transmog thing is the fact, yeah, I didn't get to move that because I looked down and I was reading chat. The only thing with the whole transmog thing is that as a Boomkin, I run the talent point that puts me in an astral presence. So regardless, my transmog is just gonna look blue. Like no matter what I do to it, I'm gonna look see-through and blue, unless I'm doing a Mythic Plus where I do my AoE spec. But in my single target spec, I'm gonna look light and blue regardless. So regardless of what armor I get, there's not much I can do about the color. Oh, I think everybody ran out. Yeah, everybody just ran out. I don't blame them. That was a lot of fell explosives, so I didn't know that's what they wanted to do. I kept trying to tab target the explosives, but it was so many mobs and so many explosives I couldn't get it. All right, we're good. We're good. Iam's name looks colorful. Yeah, he is. To be Resto, you also have to be a tree. Yeah, and then the tree doesn't have those special perks, right? The tree is also like the Boomkin form, where it's just old, hasn't been shown love by Blizzard in a while. You know, they showed a lot of people love this patch. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I keep trying to tab target to those bombs. Not happening. Nope. Not happening. I couldn't tab target fast enough to those bombs. Gotta get back into playing WoW. Oh no, Katie is a tanking demon hunter. What is that? Vengeance? Right? Havoc is DPS? I think so. You think they missed the boat with the transmog skins for Boomkin? Yeah, they could also do... It'd be cool to even do a glyph for Boomkins that doesn't necessarily take you out of Boomkin form, but a glyph that maybe adds shoulders and maybe like cape and chest piece or something. Like, it'd be cool to have a glyph for Boomkin that keeps you in Boomkin form, but some form of augmented Boomkin form that does have armor. It'd be cool to have a choice between that, between plain vanilla Boomkin form, Boomkin with armor, and just a regular balanced druid. Scott, thank you for stopping by. I'm glad you enjoy the content and you watch the content, and I'm glad you're here as well. I'm glad you finally caught me live. I live stream every Wednesday. I start about 2 hours ago. So if you are ever available on Wednesdays, about 2 hours ago, whatever time that is for you, this is a weekly thing I do. At the end of every live stream, I do giveaways for non-combat pets. It's a little bit more difficult to do any other kind of giveaways since everybody's on different servers. So if you have a US account, you know, you can get free pets at the end of the stream. And I will be doing bigger giveaways as time goes on. So this guy had a ton of stacks of bolstering, and this phase breach just destroyed some people. So try to not let that cast go off. So as soon as I see one of the other casts, I'm going to interrupt it. Here's this one. I interrupted that. And there's the Arcane Reconstitution that I couldn't interrupt. Oh man. You have to pick your battles. And I picked the wrong one. There's a phase breach again. That was a one shot to the rest of them. So I'll sit here and I'll wait for the rest of them to kind of come back. Oh, he said reset. So let me just go down. So I'll let the Fell Explosive take me down. It is going to be easier resetting this rather than this bolstering. So I will just go down. So I'll wait for the res since there's people right outside the door. There's no need for me to run all the way back, especially since we're doing the reset. The two other DPS have interrupts too. Yeah, they didn't do anything about it. It's unfortunate. You took a little break because you're exhausted. I don't blame you, Katie. And you were progressing through Mythic, so you know you have enough gear to jump into whatever Argus raid. I forget what the name of it's gonna be, but you have enough gear to jump into the Argus raid and full clear heroic day one. You'll be fine. All right. So now that we got a res, I'm gonna come over here and bring this guy over again. Again, add-ons are a little bit broken right now, so let's pull this guy. I don't have to pull him all the way back. Since it's just one guy, no need to pull him all the way back. It's a sweet, sweet smell of a rib key. I hope not. I hope not. This is probably going to be the biggest issue for us. Oh, the spider area is also going to be another issue. Alright, so hopefully we get everybody to come over here. Alright, so we got those Fell Explosives. Let me get this one as well. Perfect. So don't want to step in that. Alright, so once we keep taking this guy down, the Warp Shade, he's my #1 target because the Mana Worm, he just kind of throws a little bit of damage out, no big deal. But yeah, that guy's a big issue. You don't see a sponsor button? Max, you need to be watching from YouTube Gaming. So if you type in gaming.youtube.com/befuddled_gaming, or if you go to gaming.youtube.com and you go under live games and you go to World of Warcraft, I should be hopefully the #2 streamer right now. We'll see. I'm not sure where I stand right now in terms of how high up the list. Was the top of the chat for you? I think if you watch on regular YouTube, the button is gonna be somewhere else, like somewhere different. So I'm not 100% sure where it is if you're just watching on YouTube. But YouTube Gaming does have it a little bit more obvious. Ouch! That guy went down to the slicer. That was a story for a heroic demonic inquisition last night. 18 interrupts next to the 5. That's terrible. I've done a few Kill Jaden's trace where I am right below the tanks for damage taken because I soak so many Armageddons. It's like the tanks are taking the most amount of damage from Fell Claws and just tanking the boss, and I'm a close third because nobody else is doing any of the soaking. It's terrible. It's so funny too how you can straight up see the groups that happens to. All right, so there's another link on me. Hopefully, that was a big area. That leap made it a big area, but we should be okay. We have decent damage. He's down to 50%. Interrupt the overcharge mana immediately, as soon as you can. Also for this boss, use your magic mitigator as whenever you have them. Just because the arcane blasts are just the main source of damage, and they're just going to be doing a ton of damage to you. So whenever you have it up, whenever you can kind of mitigate that damage, it's going to help out your healer. So there's the next one. That area is going to be a lot smaller. That's beautiful. Look at that. It's just a straight little line off in the corner there. I like that. So again, just using Spell Reflect whenever I have it. If you guys are Prot Warriors and also have your Legendary Pants that give you an extra charge of Spell Reflect, Mythic Plus dungeons are the perfect place for those pants. They give you extra charges of Shield Block for trash, extra charges of Spell Reflect for bosses. It's just amazing. But yeah, I highly recommend using the Legendary Pants on Mythic Pluses, and even on certain boss fights. Like, if I had those pants, I would use them to tank Kill Jaden, just because every now and then you lack that extra charge of Shield Block on Kill Jaden for the Fell Claws. You might have misused one, so those pants are gonna come in so handy for something like Kill Jaden. Oh, you're just in regular YouTube, huh? A green button that says sponsor. Yeah, that's the one. It has like a coin next to it. YouTube Gaming tracks your games. Yeah, it does. You know, when YouTube Gaming launched, it was pretty plain, but it's getting a lot better now. And especially with the introduction of this sponsor program, and then they're gonna do custom emojis. Now there's like I have the bot that works. Max, thank you for the sponsorship, man. It really does mean a lot. Max with the mod and the sponsorship. Honestly, Max, you're always here, so thank you. Sponsor not available in your country. It's all good. I mean, honestly, just watching my content, enjoying it, and like when boss guides come out, if you guys are in a guild and sharing it with your guild, if they find it helpful at all, that's all it takes. Everything else is just extra little bit of support. Oh, with the DPS pull. Thank you, Max, honestly. It really does mean a lot. Alright, so there's that DPS mob going down. We have one more mob. I was trying to kite because of the bolstering, but it's not going to be too bad with 3 stacks of bolstering. So we'll just jump in there. Kill him. Oh, one of our DPS is down, that's why. Got it. I was wondering why that took so long to get down, but yeah, there's one guy running back, and it's our warrior. New sponsor hype, seriously. First stream since I got this. I got the email for the sponsorship yesterday, so you know, within 24 hours, 2 people. It really means a lot. Now you have to wait till Friday to switch to Horde. I was able to grind out enough in-game money for a few tokens for Destiny right before Destiny came out. I was able to grind out a few like obliterums and stuff, and I sold them all yesterday, and so I was able to actually do it that way. And when I server transferred too, in Nighthold, I made a killing when Nighthold came out. I had never used any Blood of Sargeras on my warrior, so I had a few hundred saved up, and I got the Felcorn mount day one of Nighthold coming out, and so I started selling those mounts like crazy. Made over 1 mil in a week, and then I stopped farming. Hadn't farmed since then, but now I started farming again. I also want to bring, we do have a cool prize today. So we do have the all of the pets that were here last week, minus the ones that we gave away. I think it was Sebastian that won, and Katie that won the pets last week. So minus the ones that they picked, we have one new one that one of the viewers, like you guys keep donating to me as well to keep giving away in the stream. So a lot of the pets that I do have right now were donated by Sebastian, and we do have one also that was donated by a guildie from where my druid is at, the guild that my druid is in. So that's gonna be another prize that's given away today. So you guys are gonna get to pick any of those prizes you want. It's the Warlords of Draenor pet that costs like 100 pet charms. It's like a little nether puppy or something like that. Oh, Sebastian and Brit, but Sebastian gave you yours. Yeah, I remember having the comment and like tracking you down, Katie. That's why I remember your name. And I remember you creating the orc and saying I created an ugly orc now. so I remember that. You've been upgrading BOAs, so you're broke. Ouch. Oh well, with all of the alt leveling you do, that's probably a much better investment. How many classes are you up to now, Max? Brit is gonna be Jelly. Yeah, she is. Oh, am I going? Yep, wrong way. Whoop. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm hardly ever in here. Let's keep it going. Owned. Yep. I need to run Archway a little bit more. Archway and Court of Stars are for sure my least liked dungeons. Especially Court of Stars. Not a fan of it. I'd much rather go into Cathedral and try to work out a Cathedral than to go into a Court of Stars. Scott with the sponsorship. Thank you. I mean, oh man, I honestly didn't expect too many people to sign up. This is insane for day one. Honestly, this is crazy. We're gonna get to those custom emojis a lot faster than I thought we would. This is crazy, the amount of support. Thank you guys. It really does mean a lot. You're at 14 alts, almost 15. Max, I'm sure the thing that you were happiest about in the new patch was the fact that the 3 relic slots are unlocked automatically at hitting level 110, right? Scott, honestly, it really does mean a lot to subscribe or to sponsor and to help out the channel. I'm gonna need to look into those custom emojis so I can get some exact numbers for you guys, so that we can get our rip key emoji going. And I'll probably put up a once those emojis are ready to go, I can even do like a sponsorship chat where I can ask you guys if you guys want to see any other kind of custom emojis and what exactly you guys are wanting to see on the stream a little bit more. So that's something that I'm going to be bringing. And also, I am planning on bringing Friday streams. And for the Friday streams, I don't know if you guys want to. I was planning on running a few things with you guys so we can start running like normal TOS, heroic TOS, depending on if everyone's bringing alts or mains. I was also considering doing the achievements of the dungeons to start getting mounts, maybe going back to Emerald Nightmare and getting those achievements done. Not sure if there's anything in particular you guys want to see from an additional stream, But let me know right now. Let me know in the comment section if you guys want to see anything in particular, like those dungeon achievements and mounts, the 5-mans, or the Emerald Nightmares, the raid ones, or if you guys just want to grind out the most recent stuff and go do TOS and run into there. And I do have my druid who is a DPSer, so I can bring in a DPS because I do know a lot of my viewers are tanks. So I can bring in some DPS, fill up some of the other roles. I can also heal, although I'm not gonna lie and say I'm an amazing healer. I'm not that good at healing, but good tank, good DPSer, so we can start bringing some new content into the channel. Transmog runs, doing some old school stuff. We can do that too. Alright, so we're gonna get the boss right now. We have a few more of the spiders. Let me go ahead and just pick them all. I really do like Niltharion's Fury as a spell, and I know it gets a lot of hate, just because it doesn't do a lot of damage. Oh, that explosion! Yeah, since it doesn't do a lot of damage, but the fact that it can just pick up everything in front of you, it's so good. And the crit block is also really good, especially for Kill Jaden. It was a wild goose chase. Yeah, it was. You unlocked 12 of the 3rd relic spots before this patch. Damn. So it's actually, so I'm sure it's bittersweet then, now that you know that you don't have to, but you already did it. And yes, Max is an altaholic. That's it. My healer went down. My healer went down, and he's the B-res, so I have to stay alive. I have to keep myself alive right now without a healer. We'll see how this goes. Maybe if I keep getting the victory rushes from the fell explosives, but it's not looking too good right now. Let me get a fell explosive so that I can get my. There it is, there it is, there it is. Come on, come on. Victory rush. Nope. Somebody else got it, not me. Not sure if this is gonna happen. Let me pop a shield wall and just try to stay alive. There's a fell explosive. That was mine. Perfect. Victory rush. Now that I have the victory rush, go back up to 94% HP. We might be okay. The DPS needs to stay alive. Nope, DPS is dead. Alright, we'll wipe it out. There's no way I can do 124 mil damage while taking no damage myself. And there it was. I was rooted anyway, so even if I wanted to survive, the root was going to get me. Where am I going? I'm going this way. You have 12 110s and you can't play them all. Yeah, that's a lot of 110s. The achievement sounds very interesting. The only prerequisite is being Horde. So until I level up an Alliance character, that might be the only thing that's really needed, to be Horde and to be US. You can heal and you can tank, Max. You're gonna feed your Horde Druid all your unsilly tokens. You'll have all 24 110 by the end of the X pack. Yeah, I completely believe you. You're on the way. Trace, for sure, man. Well, what can you when you come back, man? STL, what's up? How you doing? You were up late last night, STL. Grinding out Argus, I assume. I'm not sure what you were doing, but you were up late. Rip key. We've already had a lot of rip keys today. We've had 2 rip keys, I want to say. Yeah, Cathedral and Vault. By the way, STL, since you weren't here in the beginning, if you have a Vault of the Warden's key, don't do it. There's a glitch right now where you go through the ground and you can't do anything. Everything starts evade bugging, nothing goes down, the ads kind of stack up and stack up and stack up, and they keep summoning fell explosives that are underneath the ground. So if you have a vault key, consider it dead right now until they address it and fix it. You plan on focusing on Rage Tower. Ouch! You really are a glutton for punishment, Max. Preacher is doing series on that. Oh, he's doing a series on the Rage Tower, every single one. I know he was doing his series of coming out with kind of like the quickie need to know guides for every class, which was pretty cool. I like that. Ian, thank you for stopping by, and thank you for being sponsor, man. It really does mean a lot. Thank you. We'll see you when you get back, man. And if you don't, we'll see you next week. So we'll use our victory rush. I went down to about 80% there. Nothing too crazy, but my healer is still alive, so I don't need to really maximize every heal I have at the moment. So we should be alright for this boss. We're at even if the healer goes down at this point, I think we'll be fine. Do I hear a challenge for that Vault of the Warden? Katie, the thing is, I know it affects us warriors when we charge, because I went underneath the ground, but I don't know if it affects you as a demon hunter, like stomping or dashing. I'm not sure if it'll affect you. So you might be okay, but I wasn't allowed to charge anything. And also the ads just kept piling up because they would spawn underneath the ground, and the time where it was just a complete ripkey, the boss actually went underneath the ground too and started evade bugging. So at that point, yeah, at that point it's a wipe. There wasn't much I could do. Stop your portal to Argus. Perfect. But yeah, so the boss went underground, and the boss was glitched out, and so once the boss starts evade bugging, he was just slapping me, and nobody could hit him, so that we were just kind of stuck there. And then the ads went underground, and they started evade bugging as well. But then they would come up and re-aggro to random people, so they would come up and start slapping my DPSers, even though I had clearly picked them up before. So I wouldn't recommend doing Vault. You can if you want to. It'll be a challenge for sure. That's one thing I can guarantee you. You hate that instance anyway. You hate Vault. Well, then it's gonna be an easier week for you because you can completely ignore it. And when anyone tells you to go to Vault, you can tell them, no thanks. That place is glitched. I'm not going there. Alright, let's take down this Chaos Bringer and we'll be good to go. Figure if you can do Rage Tower, you have a good grasp on the class's mechanics. Absolutely, I agree. Rage Tower is what I would consider like the ultimate test at the moment. I don't think there's anything else that tests you just as bad, unless you're trying to like compare meters. But even in any raid, meters can be skewed if you like ignore mechanics or something like that. So yeah, I agree that Rage Tower is gonna be your baseline. I know how to play this class. Yeah, Katie, if you want to know how to avoid things going through the textures, watch the VOD. I figured it out at the end, how it was kind of broken, but it's not very fun. But you have to avoid the well area. That's the big thing. Avoid that well. Oh, you just got off work? Man, you work late. That was like 2 a.m. or something. Hopefully we can get like a polymorph here. If we get a polymorph here, we can just run through. So yeah, if we get a poly here, I let them know to poly. Let me see if the hunter will do it. Alright, so they said just pull. So let's get in here. and just pull. Hopefully somebody's... Yeah, they took care of the fell... No, they didn't take care of all the fell explosives, actually. Alright, so that's one way of clearing this. Not the best way. And hopefully we'll be good to go with the next pull. Yeah, okay. My HP was getting a little bit low, but I'm good now. And I don't want to pull it a little bit early just because of the bolstering. There's no need to give this priestess, you know, one stack of bolstering just because I can't wait 2 seconds. So what I will do is run this way with the Blade Storm. Everybody can hide in that little closet area back here. So everybody can hide over here, and while I kite this Blade Storm down the stairs if it happens again. You like putting yourself through hell in this game? So then I assume you do a Cathedral plus 20 every week, Katie? if you want to go through hell, you have to do like a maximum level Cathedral, especially now that the new patch dropped. A plus 20 now is probably like an old plus 30 or something, which I would say on a Cathedral is impossible, but you can grind it out, Katie. You can keep trying Cathedral. Rage Tower makes you realize that BM hunters have more than just 4 buttons. Yeah, that's how it is too. If you guys haven't done the tanking one, you guys should jump in there to see just exactly what you need to do as a tank. You need to keep mitigation up, kite. You need to bait certain spells. You need to keep heals up on yourself. You need to know when to use your mitigation abilities, when to prioritize using your interrupts, your spell reflex. The tanking one is not fun. I haven't gone into the tanking one in a very long time because I just gave up on it. Haven't walked back in. That was somebody pulled the pack over here next to us, so I did see that happen. So that's not gonna end well. Actually, I'm going the wrong way, right? Yep. Gotta go this way. So this is a ripkey for sure. 32 deaths, but it's a 13. Which this 13 is kind of like an old, maybe 18. So getting pretty difficult. You totally do Cathedral every week, you promise? Katie, I think we need your armory link now so that we can check the Mythic Plus leaderboards every week and make sure you're doing your homework. Not even Epic Forever believes you. Epic, you're her biggest fan. You gotta believe. You gotta believe in the heart of the cards. All right, let's see. I think everybody's ready. Let's jump in here. But yeah, somebody pulled that pack last time, so that wasn't good. That's too many hard hitters in one pull. That's a lot of magic damage, a lot of hard hitters. You get a few stacks of bolstering, and it's a wipe. Also, the fact that you have explosives and you need to keep tab targeting, not a very good time. Alright, so we took care of this guy now. Now we can take care of the next pull, which should be running back to us right now. Finally out of work for a while. Alright, Sebastian. Epic knows that you hate that dungeon. I don't think that dungeon is a favorite of anyone. It's not my favorite, but it's also not the worst thing for me. I just think that since it's relatively new, people just need a little bit more practice on it. Katie solos Mythic kill Jaden just about every week. Alright, so hopefully we can take care of this group well. The Seer is going to be the big problem. The Seer lets out his eyes, and those eyes kind of just bounce around everywhere and just do a ton of damage to everyone. So hopefully we can take care of it. I'm going to go ahead and throw my stun out to kind of slow down the damage on the Chaos Springer and the Felguard a little bit, but the Seer is the big issue, and hopefully we target him down first. It does look like he's going down first, which is perfect. Taking down all the explosives. So if you see those explosives, you have to take them down. And we got a Tranquility. Ouch, Epic calling out Max. Alright, so we're good to go. This general shouldn't be too bad as long as people don't stand in front of him when he's casting his shadow slashes. So we'll see how it goes. There's the fissure. Hopefully everybody moves away from it. They did, because that'll be a one-shot on Tyrannical plus 13. There's a shadow slash, and people moved out of the way. Perfect. That would be the biggest thing that could kind of knock out people right now: the fissure or the slash. So I don't see the Dreadbat yet. It always takes a little bit longer to come out than you think. So I picked up both of the bats. And there's the slam, which is a ton of damage regardless to everyone. So that kind of sucks. There's the slash on the healer. Ooh, healer got one shot. Yep. The healer didn't move in time. And Fell Fissure going out again. And the bats are coming out. The one thing you do need to know about the Wicked Slam is it does knock you back. So if you're standing right in front of a Fell Fissure, it will kill you because it'll knock you back into the Fell Fissure. Let me take care of this explosive. There's a Shadow Slash on the Mage. Perfect blink. There's the Fell Fissure. Again, summoning new ones. And then the Wicked Slam is coming out very shortly. So I don't want to be in front of a Fell Fissure. There's the Wicked Slam. And there's the explosive. I'm going to take that out myself. I'm also going to use my Victory Rush to heal myself up. And we should be alright. Like, honestly, I think we got this. I have another Victory Rush waiting at this point. There's the new Fell Fissure. So I'm going to hold on to this Victory Rush as long as I can. And I'll either use it when I'm really low on HP or when it's about to go away. So there it is. I took a big hit. I used it on the Fell Explosion to kind of get another Victory Rush going. So there's the slash. So there's a slam again. Oh, perfect. All right. So we managed to get that down with 9 seconds to spare. This is not a rip key. I don't know what you guys are talking about. So now we need to run all the way back to the beginning. Take out the boss. Which we can go this way for. Actually, it'd be better to go this way because there's no trash this way. It's a shorter way going the other way, but I don't think we need enemy forces. No, we don't need enemy forces. Here's the official rip key. 12 seconds over. So by the time we get to the boss, probably a minute over, and by the time we take down the boss, maybe 5 or 6 minutes over. So rip key. After this, we'll jump into TOS. So is there any boss you guys want to see for TOS? Because no big deal, but you know we don't need Goroth anymore. No big deal. We got a 935. If there's a particular boss you guys want to see, we can do that. If not, I can hunt for Avatar to get my tier shoulders. That'd be fun to do. Alright, so this ad, we do need to take it down. Unless I drag the advisor way this way. But I think that ad still patrols all around here. Got your YouTube gaming set up. And you're tanking TOS and your warrior for the first time this week. Nice. Nice. You're going to like it, man. You're going to like it. I think the biggest thing that you're going to notice is if you get up to kill Jaden and you're tanking kill Jaden, you're going to notice a big difference between your paladin and your warrior. And if you need any help on surviving kill Jaden on your warrior, take a look at the warrior survival guide I made for TOS, or you can just go ahead and ask me, Max. You can message me on like Patreon or something. Alright, so here we go. We're going to have the force bombs right now. which when they go off, what you want to do is run into them, because you want to minimize the amount of time you are actually in them taking damage. So by running into them, you're minimizing that time. Oh, my healer's down. I was wondering why I was taking so much damage and not getting healed. The healer went down again. I think he went down to the Force Blast, which kind of sucks. But he's about to push 50%. As soon as he pushes 50%, we'll get him to phase 2, and we can... There it is. 50%. I can try to survive this. We'll see how it goes. Where am I? Oh, man. I am far away. Argus is hell as a Resto Sham. You don't have any off specs, STL? Because yeah, as a trying to do anything like that, any questing as a healer is gonna be terrible. Oh, I'm taking a lot of damage. Hopefully I survive this. We'll see. So we don't have very many people left, and I don't have a lot of HP left. So we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna start staggering my cooldowns. So first up is Shield Wall to minimize the damage taken and to maximize the low amount of HP I have. There's a Victory Rush. Perfect. Perfect. That's what I need to keep doing, stuff like that. The our mage is gonna go down soon. So I need to get that. There it is, Fell Explosive, and please. I was trying to get that Victory Rush off, but the Force Bomb kept me away. So not too bad considering that the healer went down very quickly. My armor is breaking. I don't have much more. You quest as a Resto Druid with a Boomkin Affinity. That's not a bad idea. But STL is running Shaman, so yeah, I think Shaman, I don't know how difficult it is to DPS as a Resto Shaman, to be honest. Because you should still get Lava Burst and Chain Lightning, but yeah, I'm sure it's not fun. I feel like anytime I go out and quest on my Prot Warrior, I feel like I'm cheating, because as a tank, you can pull a whole area. Elites, non-elites, everything, and you won't die. Like yesterday, I was running into anything that was any of the mobs. I didn't care if it was elite, if it was non-elite. I would just run into everything, and eventually it would die. It isn't the fastest process, but you don't die. They have like 3 DPS spells at Resto. That sucks. Argus mobs hit very hard. Why are we pulling? I don't even have full HP. Alright. In my opinion, one of the worst things you can do is when you already have a rip key, keep rushing into the fight again. So just like this, where we have a rip key, we should take our time, kind of compose ourselves, wait for cooldowns, and run back in. What people do is instead they get frustrated and they just keep charging headfirst when they're unprepared. So now that you're unprepared, now you're probably gonna fail. So it's just a really bad cycle to be in, and it's very common. So at least my healer's alive this time. I do have the the hunter is down. Oh, we did get a B-res, so we're good. We're all alive now. DPS is a little bit slower than I'd like it to, but that's just because of Tyrannical and how high of a key this is. We have to remember this is a plus 13 in the new system. So yeah, this is not something that's just very easy to get through, especially with Tyrannical. Alright, so I'm going to keep moving the advisor. There's the banish. Perfect. So I'm going to get another charge off and build up some more rage before we have to go back in here. Alright, so I'm going to go this way. You're wearing DPS protection Legos and DPS prospect. Yeah, I changed a few things when I'm doing world questing as a tank to do a little bit more damage. The big thing I do is equip different trinkets. So I always equip something like the Leviathan's Hunger. I used to equip the Draft of Souls, but it did get nerfed, so I do equip. I don't know if it got nerfed for Pra. I think only Arms and Fury. But regardless, I equip Leviathan's Hunger, and so when I want to take down a big mob, I pop Battle Cry, throw Leviathan's Hunger out there, and it just crits all the time. So it's really nice. Alright, we were able to get in there and get the Fell Explosive for my own healing. And so now I do need to run away. And I accidentally pressed the DPI setting on my mouse. Alright, so I do have another victory rush saved up. That's the only positive I have to say about explosive, is getting victory rushes kind of queued up is really nice. For a time like that, like I went down to about 50%, popped my victory rush, and I went all the way back up to 100. So even on hard hitting moments, that victory rush can really help out. So there's another victory rush. Again, I went down really low and I just jumped back up. So it does look like we're going to be okay. We only have 7% left. It is tyrannical, so things do hit really hard. And we might have another force bomb soon. There's a force bomb. I'm trying to get that explosive. Nope. 1%. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Alright, we're good. So that was a rip key. But it was a plus 13. I need to repair my gear. That was hard to do. Plus 13 this week. 915 chest piece, and it's itemized really well. I wish haste was heavier than the mastery, but I can't get rid of my tier set. So as good as this item is, and it is really, really good, not really for me because I already have a 915 tier piece. You leveled your paladin as holy Shakadin style. I haven't done that since BC. When I leveled in BC, I was playing a holy paladin, and that's what I did. I leveled as Shakadin. But that was also back in the day in BC. Whenever you got a crit on your Holy Paladin, you got mana back. So all of my gear was just stacking intel and crit. So that was a different time. Alright, so let's go into Heroic TOS. Is there anything in particular, any boss in particular you guys want to see? If not, we'll find a fresh group. Let's see. My healer just keeps dying. Yeah, he does. Oh, actually, I'm not filtering through Tomb Heroic. Fresh. AOTC only. Alright, let's see if we can get in. We do have AOTC. I got AOTC 2 weeks ago, I want to say. So, we did get AOTC with Pugs. Just go straight to kill Jaden. I don't know if there's a I don't know if there's a Kill Jaden group that only needs a tank. No, sorry, there's no they're asking for AOTC. Let's link them. AOTC. We've managed to get AOTC for every raid tier this expansion. So that's cool. Alright, we got invited. So we do have, okay, I have the right gear for Kill Jaden. Have the right build for Kill Jaden. By the way, for Kill Jaden, I am running anger management now because it's a big difference. Do Kill Jaden. If I can find I don't think there's a group looking. I looked, and the only group looking for Kill Jaden, didn't need any tanks. You're doing Argus as Resto as well, Sebastian? Yeah, the fact that add-ons are still broken, it's kind of bad. They normally get fixed within a day, but I don't know if people still care about X-Pearl, or actually now it's called Z-Pro. But I don't think anyone cares about this, so I might need to look for new player frames, and hopefully Grid 2 gets solved soon as well. But Z-Pro is the one that I really like this add-on. I remember the first time I saw this add-on, I thought it was the coolest add-on ever. Demo Shout on every single Fel clause is amazing. Absolutely, Sebastian. Every single Fel clause you have Demo Shout and Neltharian's Fury up. So it's non-stop mitigation. Like, as a warrior tank, the 3rd Fel Claw hits harder than the 4th and the 5th. So you pop Demo Shout as soon as Fel Claw starts going out. You take the first 3 as normal with regular shield block up, and then the 4th and the 5th use Neltharian's Fury, and they don't even hurt you that bad. They really don't. The 3rd one is for sure the one that hits you the hardest. You forgot they changed some stuff for Frost DK? They did. They changed a few things. Look at that guy. Look at that guy pulling. Like if he's me. Like if he can just kill the trash by himself. Is this set on heroic? It's a lot of damage if it is set on heroic. Raid difficulty heroic. Alright. Proc questing is silly, can't die for rare elites, take a couple minutes. Yeah, yesterday I was doing every single rare elite I came across, and the first few I didn't have any help for, and then the latter few I did start getting help for, and it was nice getting help. That really hurts a lot. I'm gonna get the hell away from that. Oh man, 2 of them is too much. Can't do it. Can't do it. You use Z Pros when they call it X Pros unit frame back. Yeah, that's when I started using X Pro. I think probably in BC. But yeah, I remember seeing it in like a PvP video or something. I forgot where exactly I saw X Pearl, but ever since then I was like, I really like X Pearl. I want it. So when Legion came out, I had to get it again. But X Pearl was dead, and Z Pearl is what is still alive. Let me check my Twitch client to see if there's any more updates I've missed. I checked the updates right before the live stream. There wasn't any yet. Also, if you guys use the Curse client to manage your add-ons, it got updated to be the Twitch client, and so my Curse client didn't show any updates pending, and that's because the Curse client is done. It's now the Twitch client. And no, there's no more updates. DBM recently got an update. I think Skada did too. And then there's another add-on I use called Easy Obliterate that helps him really just obliterate things. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and back up. That DK, that blood DK is just, you know, killing those ads by himself. No big deal. It doesn't need anyone. You didn't use add-ons for a long time because you thought they were kind of like cheats or hacks. I started using add-ons when I started raiding, so I never raided in vanilla. I raided in BC. So once I started raiding in BC, I remember somebody linked healing meters, and I had to ask, like, how do you get healing meters? So as a holy paladin, I wanted to see healing meters and I wanted to see all that. So that's what I started. That's how I started with add-ons. Try shadow unit frames. Let me write that down. Shadow unit frames. Wrote that down. Thank you, Andre. Voodoo. I have Voodoo for my healer, or I had it for my Boomkin when I was healing, but I wasn't a big fan of it. Not a big fan of it. My favorite expansion and raid, Burning Crusade and Karazhan. So during BC, my guild ran Karazhan so much because everybody had so many alts. I got so sick and tired of Karazhan. But my favorite expansion and raid would have to be Wrath of the Lich King was my favorite expansion, and my favorite raid was ICC. And that's just because that's when I really got into raiding, like endgame raiding. When I had a lot of time as a younger kid, ICC was where I spent a lot of time progressing. It was 12 hours a week. I think we were a 3-day raiding guild, 4 hours every day, so 12 hours a week just raiding, and then the other days kind of farming, doing split runs, doing between 10 and 25. But ICC is what I have the most fond memories of because I was main tank of the guild and really leading the progression. But if I don't have nostalgia attached to it, I really used to like Zulaman. When it first came out in BC, Zulaman was amazing because everything before that, in vanilla you had 40-man raids, and then you had like 10-man raids like Ubers, but it was mainly 40-man raids in vanilla. And then when BC hit, it was 25-man raids, and Zulaman was the first really challenging 10-man raid. We had Karazhan. Karazhan was easy, right? Karazhan was the introduction. You got a few, I think 2 tier pieces dropped in Kara. So Karazhan was kind of like the introduction, but I think Zulaman made 10-man raiding really good at the time. They had, and the thing is, they added that extra level of difficulty, you know? So you had the regular bosses, and the loot from those bosses was already good. But if you could do it in a certain time, you got extra things, you know? You would get that extra cash, and at the end of it, you would get that extra mount. And I think that's the first time that they really varied the difficulty. So they could do 10, 25, or 40-man raids at the time, but there was no real way to vary the difficulty. They didn't have LFR, normal, heroic, and mythic difficulty. So what they did was they added that time trial, and I really enjoyed that. So Zulaman was probably my favorite raid outside of that expansion because it did come out in BC. But my favorite expansion was Wrath. Try Alt UI. Is that an add-on or someone's Elv UI setup? You use the talent that enables Victory Rush at will. Is the 3% leech that big of a deal in 5-man? It's not. In a 5-man, the Inspiring Presence is not that big of a deal. So, like, when I do go back to Dalaran, it would be perfectly fine for me to jump over to Impending Victory. But I just keep it. Inspiring Presence is really good for raids. But when you're doing 5-man content, it really isn't that big of a deal. So yeah, using Victory Rush at will is probably a little bit better. If you remember to change your talent points every time you jump into a dungeon or a raid, absolutely. Fuck Ulduar? You didn't like Ulduar, Sebastian? Ulduar was fun too. The only thing is, when I got into my guild, most of Ulduar was on farm. The only thing we didn't have on farm was the added difficulties, like 0, 1, 2, and no, 0, 1, and 2 lights in the dark. I don't think they had. They actually, I think they did kill the last boss in that dungeon before I joined, or in that raid before I joined them. But Ulduar was fun. I remember going back in there and farming like Flame Leviathan with the towers up, and doing 0 lights in the dark was fun. I also really enjoyed the Algalon encounter. The Algalon encounter was intense, and that's why to this day I rock my Star Collar. I really did like the Algalon encounter. Trolls make any raid look good. My vanilla team was 6 to 8 hours, 6 days a week. That's intense. Zul'Gurub was awesome in vanilla. I unfortunately didn't get to do any raiding in vanilla. The highest level I got to, the day that BC launched, I was level 58 on my main paladin. I used to be really terrible at leveling in vanilla, but even then I started playing vanilla when Nax was coming out, so I didn't have much time. So I did the dungeons back then, but never any of the 60 stuff. I never did Ubers or Elbers or Molten Core. I never did any of the relevant content. Relevant endgame content, that is. Ulduar and freaking robot boss with an annoying cry. Yeah, the XT002 or something like that, right? I forget his name. I think that might be his name. But yeah, when you would break his heart to get the Heartbreaker achievement, he was scary. That cry really was scary. Why do you hate Ulduar? Did you have to farm Ulduar that much for the legendary? I remember we used to farm a lot of Ulduar for our healers. We had a Resto Shaman. Our main Resto Shaman, he wanted that legendary because it was crazy. Chain heal plus that legendary was extremely strong. Zul'Gurub, our Kalati is really excited because of all the craftables. Max, since you did old school Zul'Gurub, do you have the old school mounts? Did you ever get any of those? Alright, we're waiting on a few people to run it. How's our setup looking? 2, 3, 7. So we're looking for DPS? Yeah, we're looking for DPS. Oh, I just realized this guy's angry. Checking logs and armories. Damn. I just realized how angry our raid lead was. But if you guys want to join, here's a group. We need some DPSers. 2 or 3 DPSers. Zul'Gurub the dungeon, or are you thinking about Zul'Aman? No, Max is talking about Zul'Gurub. It used to be a 10-man dungeon back in vanilla, right? Zul'Gurub nowadays is a 5-man dungeon, I want to say. But Zul'Gurub used to be in vanilla a 10-man raid, I want to say. I think it's 10-man, right? It got changed when Cataclysm came out. I think they redid it and made it into a regular 5-man dungeon. But it used to be a little bit different back in the day. Max, how many people was required in Zul'Gurub as a raid? It was 10, right? It was kind of like an Ubers, one of those entry level raids with its own custom set. Oh, 20 man. Okay. Yeah, because I think Zul'Gurub was before you ever did AQ, right? Zul'Gurub was 20 man in vanilla. Yeah, again, I never really did any of the raiding in there. Look at that. STL's got the mount. STL just linked me his Zul'Gurub mount. But yeah, I think it was like Ubers, MC, and then in BWL, right after BWL was tier 2, and then tier 2.5 was AQ. So Zul'Gurub was probably in that area, right? Yeah, so Zul'Gurub was like BWL territory. Zul'Aman was a 10-man that got turned into a dungeon later. No, you can still go... Zul'Aman is a 5-man now? I didn't know that. I know you can still go into Zul'Aman and go get the bear. Oh, you're right. It used to be a different bear. In BC, there was a different bear that's retired and doesn't exist anymore. Now you can go get the new Zul'Aman bear. But Zul'Gurub is also a dungeon now. Yeah, STL linked me his Zul'Gurub tiger. Okay, yeah, and then Zul'Gurub had its own gear set too, because in Zul'Gurub you had to collect like troll tokens and stuff, right? And then there was this troll. Let's see. There was like this island area. There was like an island over here where you walked over and turned in these like mojos or something, and for rep, and then you could finally buy the Zul'Gurub gear. And it was kind of like an AQ set where it isn't complete. It's a few like random pieces here and there. Joshua, I'm liking the new content. I went over to Argus yesterday. I did all my dailies, but of course now we have more dailies. Oh, look at that. I hadn't seen that. But I have a few more dailies. I have 2 here and 5 here. But oh, there's one of the guys in our raid is in Argus right now. Yeah, so I haven't, I don't think this is unlocked yet. But yeah, I did my dailies. Did these dailies, but I got some new ones I gotta go over there. I was also waiting for this mission. I did send out this mission as part of the quest line yesterday. So hopefully I get some more stuff unlocked soon. Yeah, BWO's Blackwing Lair. And actually, if you guys like BWL gear, I think in 725, I don't remember if it was in 7.2 or 7.25, the first boss in BWL, you used to not be able to solo it. You used to have to 2-man it. But in one of the recent patches, they changed it so that the first boss in BWL, you can go in there and solo. So if you guys like BWL gear, you can go in there by yourself now and clear it out. You're hoping to be exalted? I'm still friendly. That's as high as I got last night. I needed to wait for the mission, and then new daily quest spawned today. But that's as high as I got. I've also never finished a Chromie scenario. Something I never did. You could solo it, you just need to know your stuff. The first boss, wasn't there a cooldown before you could MC the first boss again? I could have sworn that you could mind control the first boss, but then when the ads came out, you had to unmind control, take care of the ads, but then there was a cooldown. Although I could be remembering wrong. I thought it was like a 1-minute cooldown before you could MC the boss again. Oh, that's right. You have the human diplomacy going for you. So then does that mean that you hit revered? Or honored, or whatever it is? You passed friendly? Razor Gore. Yep, it's the one. You really need to do Argus stuff, or you're lazy. The things that I saw that were kind of cool is like a few armor pieces, a few mounts. Oh, they have that Lightforge Golem in the new area. And I think you need Exalted and 500k. But that Lightforge Golem looks amazing. So I know I want that Lightforge Golem. So we need 2 more DPSs, and then we'll be good to go. Hopefully this group just one-shots everything. We'll go right through this. You have to walk the boss into the wall above the platform, and then all the ads come out, and then you go around break the eggs. Oh, jeez. You never did Vanilla Nax, but Wrath Nax was cool, and ICC. And the worst raid was Old War. Yeah, I never did Vanilla Nax. Not a lot of people did. I would honestly say that of the population that was playing at the time, I would say maybe like the top 5% ever even walked into Nax. Probably only the top 1% killed Kel'Thuzad, and even then, I think I'm overestimating the amount of people that killed Kel'Thuzad. But walking into Nax, I think a few people did it, not a lot. But yeah, that's why they re-released it, because they just had that content that not a lot of people had seen. But I never saw Vanilla Nax. Actually, I never saw any raids in Vanilla, so I got to see them after the fact. There was like 4% that ever even downed any boss. Yeah. The amount of people that killed Kel'Thuzad, I'm pretty sure the amount of guilds that killed Kel'Thuzad were like 50 guilds, and that might be it. But wasn't around back then for that. It's just insane what the curve used to be like back then. If this PUG doesn't kind of like get things together quickly, then we might leave. We need 1 more DPSer, but it might take a while, so might not wait around for it. Let's see, Warcraft devs tweeted a few things. What's up with this new patch? and you can mail tokens to your alts. Unsullied tokens. Cool. They could pull with that group? Yeah. If everyone here is AOTC, then these ADPSers should be able to carry it through, but I'll give it another 3 minutes, and if not, we'll get out of here. Find another group, get some pulls going, and then do the giveaway in a little bit. Your guild died on 4 Horsemen and Vanilla. You love Nax. Yeah, 4 Horsemen. 4 Horsemen was, I think, the first really big hurdle, right? Well, you also had Patchwork was a really big hurdle too, because it was just a gear check. For Patchwork, your tanks needed a certain amount of gear, or else your tanks were just gonna get destroyed. And Kel was bugged so much. I mean, it'd be really cool to meet someone who used to play back in the Nax days that has a Tish. That'd be nice. I have never seen a Tish in person. I want to say I've seen all the other legendaries. The only one I can't really think about seeing is the Hunter legendary that dropped off of Sunwell, the bow. But that one was added really late, and the new expansion was coming out, so the new gear was going to outgear it anyway. But I think I've seen every other legendary, because I remember even in Burning Crusade, Thunder Fury was still relevant. As a prot warrior, Thunder Fury, or not even as a prot warrior, just as a tank, Thunder Fury was still a really good tanking weapon because of the AoE aggro that it gave. Unsullied tokens, yeah, the Unsullied tokens in Argus, they're BOA, so you can gear out your alts by doing quests, or doing quests and gearing up your main, and then you just mail the tokens to your alts, and they can get a bunch of gear. I think Unsullied baseline is 880, so you can gear your alt to 880 instantly. You had 1 Atish on your server? That's insane. It's insane. 40-man safety dance? Oh man, I don't know. I remember the safety dance. It's like gear tokens and not soulbound. They're kind of like the what was it, Tanan Jungle ones that were BOA, but yeah, they're gear tokens that are not soulbound. They're gear tokens that are BOA. What gear they drop? They drop 880s. It's new gear. I wouldn't be able to tell you like how optimized or the stats on it. I've only gotten 1, and I sold it yesterday, so it wasn't anything useful because they're 880s. So on your main they're not that good, but for your alts they're gonna be good. But it's new gear. And then if you buy the relinquished ones, which are 910s, they can turn into legendaries. So if you want to target a legendary, that's a new way of doing it, is to buy the relinquished ones. It is expensive though, and not a lot of people have the currency for it yet. Alright, so we waited 3 minutes. I don't know if I want to wait around more for this group. Just invite one more DPS. How many people do we still need that aren't even here? Is there someone still in Argus? No. There is a Legion Assault going on, by the way, if you guys are on. What's up, Brittany? Welcome back. Welcome back. Alright, we're good. We're ready checking. Alright, perfect. Yeah, we have 8 DPSers. We should be able to get it done. I don't know where this guy is. Is he? There he is. Cool. Alright, let's pull. Let's get this going. I'm gonna get a 945 trinket today. We're just gonna upgrade this. And I think I have 6 rerolls. I do have 6 rerolls. So we can use a few rerolls. Demonic Inquisition is gonna get one, so I can hopefully get my helmet. And then if we make it to Avatar, Avatar's gonna get another one. Oh, Brittany, you're taking a class for Fortran. I didn't see that you typed that. That's cool. Fortran's a cool language. It can do some interesting things. Non-existent for your Fortran class. Finally got flying. Nacho, congratulations, man. Now that you finally got flying, Nacho, you get to go to Argus where you can't fly. So that's unfortunate. But for all of the old content like your raids and your mythic pluses, that flying is going to pay off a lot. Is anyone on Takandra server? One of your friends has a mythic guild there, but you don't want to pay for a realm that's dead. I used to have Takandrius. Characters. I can take a look. Brittany, I can take a look after this. I have, I want to say, a Shadow Priest on Horde, or it could be a Shaman, an Enhancement Shaman. Either way, it's probably Horde. But Takandrius is one thing you should also note, Brittany, is that Takandrius is a PvP realm. So if you don't like PvP realms, you shouldn't do it. I don't know if congrats to you, not sure if say sorry because Argus is not flying. Yeah, not sure which of the two. Max, I still need WAD flying. Am I your buddy that needs WAD flying? Because that's me. I have not gone back. I didn't play WAD that much. I played the first like 2 months of WAD and I dropped it. I was like, this is not going anywhere. I don't want this. You're learning code as well, STO? Is it any good? The server, the realm? So Takandrius used to be one of the top PvP realms. I don't know how it is for PvE, but way back when, like back in my day, no, like in BC and Wrath, Takandrius was one of the higher PvP realms. Waiting on one person with the ready check. There it is. Get a pull timer. Let's get this going. You think your server is on the Takandria shard? And we are 2 healing it? Nope, apparently not. 3 healing. Someone needs to switch. PvP, 2 thumbs down. It is a PvP realm. She's a solo tank on the server. Can we just get a pull timer? Cool. Alright, so the leader wasn't pull timering, so I'm just gonna pull timer myself. Alright. You went WAD during you went back to WAD during Legion? Yeah, I used to, when Legion first launched, I was going back to my garrison to farm out bags, but not anymore. I haven't gone back in a very long time. Yeah, I didn't play WAD very much. WAD and WAD's probably the expansion I played the least, followed by Kata. When Kata launched, I used to play a lot of Kata. I started the heroics, and the heroic grind was really cool. But then once the raids started coming out, I didn't have a raid group, so I just didn't play too much. So energy's almost at 100. We're gonna have to hide behind the pillar, and any day now, there it is. But yeah, I didn't play too much Kata. I played in the very beginning, and I got really into doing the heroics. And that was really fun because they were very challenging in Kata. They needed all sorts of CC and all sorts of interesting things to do. But once the raids started coming out and I didn't have a raid group, I dropped it. Mop, I did a lot of PvP in. So I kept playing Mop throughout the expansion, but just as an arms warrior, PvPing. Alright, so the flame is going out behind him. So I'm going to rotate him since I know the flames can't come out behind him again until we get another rotation. So once this one is over, the flames might be able to come out behind him. But it's always good to know where the fire was, because as soon as it's going away, you can move to that area and be safe for at least 1 rotation. So kind of helps you dictate where you should be and how you can move. I do need to leap away from that because we were all kind of stuck together after that infernal burning. You'll be on Hyjal on Horde. Hyjal's another server that's doing pretty good, right? I have a few friends who transferred to Hyjal during this expansion, I want to say. Don't want to get hit by that infernal star, so that infernal star hit everybody pretty hard. just because I don't think it was as mitigated as it could have been. So I'm gonna move the boss a little bit. We do have bubbling up happening behind us, so I want to move the boss to this old area as soon as I can, and he's actually down, so no need to keep moving him. He's down. And no trinket. So Demonic Inquisition, somebody got, what did they get? Oh, somebody got the legendary that they needed. Got it. I was like, I don't see any good. Pretty big on PvE for Tichondrius. You got the wad flying in no time. Does wad flying require a reputation grind like Legion did? You think dropping the money to go Horde? I might figure out the realm later, but that's far. That's the front runner for your priest. Tichondrius. Yeah, Tichondrius wasn't a bad realm when I was there either. It had good pugs. Better pugs in my home realm. My old realm used to be Bronzebeard, and I would not suggest anyone go to Bronzebeard or to the shard that Bronzebeard exists on. The battle group isn't bad, but everything else, don't do Bronzebeard. Might get to be realm buddies with Katie. Wad flying is a must for leveling. I did all of my leveling through dungeon crawling. That's how I like doing my leveling. Every time, doesn't matter the expansion, I prefer dungeon crawling over questing. A ton of tunes on Area 52. Area 52 is another one that I see a lot. I think I share a battle group with it because I see that realm a lot. I think the other tank went down. Because I'm the only one tanking this. Yeah, he did. Oh no, the other tank is right next. Where is the other tank? Broken add-ons don't help. Huh. Tanan jungle rep grinding? Okay. Dungeon crawl leveling is where it's at. Yeah, especially since I like playing either tanks or healers. When I'm leveling, I go healer or tank as well, just so that I can get those faster queue times. Just treasure hunt and bonus quest for WoD. I think Legion, looking back at it, once we get the next expansion and we keep going, I think Legion is going to have a very good time with leveling, since all of the Broken Isles is scaled to your level. But yeah, I think it's going to be very easy to level up through the Legion content because of that. It's not going to be go to this zone and complete quests up until you're this level, and then you have to run over to the next zone. In Legion, you just kind of quest wherever you have quests, and you get them done. So I do think Legion is going to be easier as future expansions come out. Treasure hunting through WoD is good XP. But if you don't have flying dungeons, yeah, I don't have flying in WoD. Alright, so we'll see who picks up first aggro. This other tank doesn't have a lot of communication with me. Who is he? Belly. Got it. So I'll whisper him, see if he wants first aggro or if he wants me to get it. Get flying rookie? Going back to WoD. Yeah, I haven't gone back to WoD content in a few months. Mostly, yeah, I used to do the whole bag grinding thing and sell them, but not anymore. You had a bunch of elixirs of the rapid mind, so it was a breeze for you. Nice. Yeah, I've heard those come in very handy. Everybody's ready, so let's do a pull timer. Oops. I overrid the other one. Alright, we're good to go. So I will stack up the bosses for just a tiny bit. And make sure I throw out my Neltharian's Fury to crit block that. The boss energy is at a decent amount now, so now I'll separate it. Alright, so now, I do like getting that cleave off at first when the fight first starts, just to get that increased damage. I mean, look, the bosses are down to 70 some odd % now, and I'll make sure I use a single cooldown for Fel. Oh, the side sweep keeps missing me. That's perfect. I like that. So when Atrigan's energy is really close to being max, he's gonna throw out a Calcified Quills. And you can normally run away when the Calcified Quills is going out, by the way. So, back on Belak, the Fel Squall is over. Here's the side sweep. Again, Neltharian's Fury to crit block that, and it doesn't even land on me. There's the Bone Saw with the 100 energy. I thought the Calcified Quills was going to happen first, but it didn't. So, I can still take another Fel Scythe after this Bone Saw, so we'll be good. I still have enough Torment. So the Calcified Quills, and he's going to have a Scythe ability happening right after there's a Scythe Sweep. And I will move him back into position, and then I can get a tank swap. So there's the tank swap. He did taunt off, so perfect. I need to taunt this guy off, because this guy does hit pretty hard in heroic mode. So make sure that you're in here as much as you can be. So I'll be in here until the other tank whispers me and tells me to swap. If not, I will probably go out right after the Bone Saw. That's about the time that you need to swap over. Right after Bone Saw, that's normally when Torment is up higher. There's nobody else in here with me right now, but I do see... Oh, I see the other tank got all the way up. Alright, so I'll taunt off. Make sure the other tank can run in. There it is. He ran in. Yeah, I saw his Torment getting way too high there. He might have tanked Bone Saw a little bit. Yay! Side Sweep finally landed on us. So there's the Calcified Quills being targeted. It's going to go... Oh, I thought it was going to go right through everybody. He blinked at the last second. So that's good. Got to move it out. Move Atrigan back into position. And I'll be able to be here until after the next Bone Saw. So I'll be good here. There's a crit block on that side sweep. It actually did land on me this time. So that's good. Alright, so there it is. Energy's getting up there. 95, 97, and let's get the hell away. So there it is. Here's the Bone Saw. I will let this kind of go through, and I can take the Fel Scythe if I really want to. So I let the other tank know that we're going to swap now, and we should be okay for the side sweep. Okay, he taunted off, so perfect. I don't need to take the side sweep. I was getting pretty high. We do have one person outside who has 100 Torment. If you look here on the left-hand side, there's a Druid out there with 100 Torment, and now there's a Hunter out there with 100 Torment. Hopefully they jump in here soon, because I'll be fine in here for a little bit. There's one person in there clearing up, so there we go. Good, good. The Druid and the Hunter. Both of them. Alright, and that's it. We might have to use our extra roll if we don't get the helmet, but hopefully we get the helmet. Come on, helmet. There it is. 915. Okay, it's not upgraded, but it's still good. And it's going to be a slight downgrade because of the haste, but the strength and stamina should make up for it. And now we can get our 4-piece. I have these pants. We can get our 4-piece going. Wow, okay. I'm going to lose a lot of haste, but it's worth it. Wow, there it is. If you elixir, you can go through all of WoD in 1 hour? Really? 1 hour? That's insane. Man, we're getting lucky with the drops the past few weeks. I don't know if I should use this bonus loot because I don't know what else I would really want. I mean, I want my shoulders, and I think that's about it. Like, this relic is nice. What do you guys think? Should I use the bonus roll? I'm game to use the bonus roll. This helmet would be really, really nice if I get the shoulders instead. Thank you. You finally have my 4-piece. Patch 7.3 went live, and now I have my 4-piece. Do you guys think I should use my bonus roll? Try to get a better helmet? A Titan Forge Warforge helmet? Or should I just wait and use it on Avatar and Desolate Host? Do it? Alright, we'll see. We'll see what it rolls into right now. Waste that roll. Oh man, it's gonna, you know, it's gonna be Warforged. It's gonna be in 920 with a socket. Ah, there's that AP. Let's just cry. Use our AP. Man, Brittany was right. It was a waste. I'm trying to get my loot. How come I can't? There it is. Oh, that's why I was fighting for that loot. You guys see that? That's a nice 1 month of WoW right there. That's a nice token. Hey, we missed the roll, but we got some nice boots there. This guy is crazy. This guy pulled everything. Everybody's getting stabbed. Everybody's getting zapped. Man. Ah. Not lucky anymore. Went down to that. Look at that. You're with Demon Hunter on that? That should go to the raffle. You guys would need a level 110 in my realm. You guys, yeah, there's no way we can mail this over to a different realm. So you guys would need to create a 110 here. All right, that was nice. That's a nice little prize for using that token. Not to sell it, you don't. I wonder how much this is going for right now. We'll see. My realm is normally pretty expensive for things too, which is unfortunate for me. What a coincidence, Max. What a coincidence. Just transfer. Instead of going to Chondrius, she'll just make a pit stop over here first. But she can't on her priest. It's plate. It is plate, right? Yeah, it is plate. What's the transmog look? Hey, that's actually a pretty cool transmog. That is a pretty cool transmog. You guys see this? Added bonus of your toes sticking out. I don't know if you guys want that. It's a nice little toes. All right, let's pull Harjatan. Let's get it going. No differences between normal and heroic Harjatan at all. Everything just kind of hits a little bit harder, just a little bit. Plate stuff is bananas on the auction house. Yeah, it is. You just sell it and buy WoW time. I don't know if it sells for as expensive as a token is now. It might sell for a little bit shy of a token, which means that you would be left with like having to farm another 30k or whatever on a realm. It's alright. I have some plans for future giveaways. I have one discontinued item that I'm planning on giving away soon. Maybe as early as next week. I was gonna put it on a Twitter poll, but would you guys want a discontinued item? It's not the most expensive. It's not like a vanilla discontinued item. But would you guys want a raffle for a discontinued item? Something you can't get anymore? I think it probably sells for it probably sells for about the price of a token. Last time I checked, it sold for When I sold them, they were pretty expensive, but I still have a few more. We should probably try to... Oh man, there's a guy here who has his DBM add-on. Tell him when he's stepping on something, and he's Latin America, so it says pisando caca. I thought that was funnier than it probably should be. You can buy it cheap and sell it high. Playing the auction house? Yeah, playing the auction house is something that it's fun to do. I used to do when Legion first came out. I used to do a lot of that in a few markets, but over time I kind of lost interest in it. You think these boots are like 200k? Really? That's crazy. I got one piece as soon as TOS came out. I got a normal TOS piece that I sold for 250, 300k, something like that. But I don't know how much it goes for nowadays. Especially now that 7.3 is up. This is a 915, and you can buy tokens that give you 910s. You know, you don't have to spend your money on a 910. So, not sure how good this is. He has hooves. Your pally can't even use it because he just has the hooves sticking out. Alright, so we should be good. Harjatan is going down. No need to really move him or anything. And another chunk. Yeah, I don't think I need anything from Harjatan. Don't need the gloves. Don't want that relic. The only thing would be this ring, but it would have to Titan Forge or Warforge, so we won't use anything on it. Not for Harjatan. Sell it quick before everybody knows that though. Yeah, I have to try to sell it today. Just spam trade chat. Depends on if you have the discontinued item or not. Chances are, most of you guys watching probably have it. The discontinued item that I think I have 3 left, is the Pocket Fell Spreader. So that doesn't exist anymore. It was part of the Legion pre-launch events. I used to have other discontinued items, but I sold those before Legion launched, actually. Like, I had Dungeon Set 2 for Paladins, like the Light Forged or whatever it was. I forget what it was called. It was red and oh, somebody got the relic. It was red and gold. And so I had the glove. So that was like the last big discontinued item I had. But I do have the other discontinued item, the Pocket Fell Spreader. I think I have 2 or 3, I can't remember. What's up, Tyler? Welcome back. I'm glad you found your way back to the stream. I think this tank is gonna pull like crazy. Yep, he's been pulling everything a lot. Like he's been doing really big pulls. So yeah, I kind of half expected that. And I gotta stay away from the group since I have this. I don't want to keep bugging everyone with this. Should be good to go. There it is. But yeah, I think most of the people that are playing Legion probably have the Pocket Fell Spreader, but that's the one discontinued item I have. The other discontinued items I have are probably in the forms of like mounts and stuff that, you know, I can't really trade. Is that what it is, Brittany? It's because he's a DK, and since they recently got buffed, they're intense. Every DK that I walk up to now is always breathing heavily, just all the time. All right, let's take these guys down. Max with over 1.8k coins. Jeez. And the big thing with Mistress is the Hydra shot. So if you guys haven't done heroic yet, or you guys are just kind of barely getting into heroic with your guild, maybe stuck here. The big thing you need to manage is the Hydra shot. Every time you need at least 3 people in it. If you only have 2 people in a Hydra shot, they're probably gonna go down unless they have a defensive cooldown that they can use. But the big thing is to have 3 people per Hydra shot, splitting it up every time. Alright, so there's Mistress. We need to split the Hydra shots, and if we manage to split the Hydra shots, we'll be good. We have enough damage and enough AoE cleave to take down the ads every single time. And the only thing we could really use from Mistress is probably a better trinket, Leviathan's Hunger, or actually better pants. I do have the 915s here. And actually, should I equip them now? I can. I can equip my whole 4 set now. Oh, the relic would be nice too. Alright, let's see how low my haste dips. My haste is at 32. I dip down to 29. And 39% mastery. Not bad. I mean, I'm going to have my 4 set, so we're good. We're good. Now, my transmog looks a little off, but that's fine. We're rocking our 4 set. My item level, did my item level change at all? Oh, it goes up by 1. Alright. 4 set. Alright, so once we handle Mistress and the ads, or the Hydra shots really, we'll be good to go. I think there's one more person running in here? No, never mind. I thought there was one person missing. Yeah, you can always gamble your coins, but we've seen what happens when you gamble all your coins. You lose them all. I wouldn't suggest gambling at all. Alright, let's get a pull going. Everybody's ready. Let's hope we're good at splitting Hydra. So we'll move out of the Thundershock unless you have the Consuming Hunger debuff. There's the tanking debuff. Hopefully I get a taunt off. Perfect taunt off right there. I will pick up the ads and DPS them as much as I can. Also throw out stuns if you have them. Here's the first Hydra shot. I'm going to split that here as best as I can. Oh, that guy kept moving, but I was able to jump into it. So we do have our ink back here, and the tornadoes are coming from this way, so we do have to move away. And good. We have enough DPS, and we're having decent splits. So there's a Burden of Pain. I am going to taunt off before that lands. As the cast is going off, that's when you have to taunt off, is when the cast is happening. And now as part of my rotation, I have to remember to use Berserker Rage a lot more than normal, because it's going to come up a lot faster with the 4 set. So we do have really good DPS, by the way. If you guys haven't seen, we're pushing phase 2 right now. So I'm going to come in here, split this Hydra shot. As a tank or as a melee, you don't want to take 2 Hydra shots at the same time or you will get stunned. And they do happen relatively close, so you need everyone to kind of spread out and create a T formation to kind of help spread out that Hydra. If they don't create that T formation, you could very easily take 2 of them. Take 2 Hydra shots and get stunned. And especially as a tank, that's just killer for you. Like this guy right here almost didn't get help, but we managed to get in there at the last second. There's a Burden of Pain. I'm going to go ahead and taunt off. I'll throw my stun out on the ads. Hopefully they go down soon, although we haven't pushed phase 3 yet. So there's no need to get them down for the tornadoes. So here's a Crashing Wave. Let's just go ahead and dodge that. And this Crashing Wave is combined with the Hydra. I'm going to keep her moving till right around here. Hopefully people move into the Hydras. There's a Burden of Pain on me. So there's the taunt off, hopefully. There it is. And I'm going to pick up the ads as best as I can. Also throw out a stun on them to keep them stunned, because they do a blink and do damage to everyone. So if you can stun them, if you can interrupt them, it's good to keep them down. We do have slicing tornadoes happening soon-ish, so actually let me run over here and help split this one. This one had a little bit less people. There's a burden of pain debuff again, so I will taunt off. And the consuming hunger debuff that goes out at this point in the fight is no longer used. I mean, can no longer be removed, just because there's no more thundering jelly that goes out. So at this point, we're waiting for the tornadoes. So there's another taunt off, and we should have the tornadoes soon. So there's the tornadoes. I'm gonna split this Hydra shot right there. We do need to take down these ads as soon as possible. So there it is. We have one, and we're in the clear. Just that one managed to clear a large enough area, so we're good. So there's a burden of pain. Again, I will taunt off and keep the boss on me now. Halfway through the cast, there's a crashing wave. Gotta move out of the way. We have a Hydra shot happening in 3 seconds, so I need to move into position. And there's a Hydra shot. When Hydra shots go out, if I don't need to move the boss, I won't. Just so that everybody can get in position and stand in line. If you keep moving the boss when everybody's already in position, some people are going to get really mad at you. So using the roll would be for a relic and maybe an upgraded hunger or upgraded legs. We'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. We'll be using all our rolls today. 920. Unfortunately, that's not for us. Just because I have the tier back. But if I get tier shoulders, I can throw on this guy right here. 935. But yeah, this 920, not for us. We'll see if somebody else wants it. So time to go over to... Actually, nobody else can get it because it was a bonus roll. So it kind of sucks. So said Don Beth. No, I'm not running a casino. I don't condone gambling. It's there if you need it. It's there to help calm your demons. You're undead. Who cares about transmog? Ouch! Like polishing a turd. Ouch. Still look nice. All right, you can still make a turd look nice. Right there it is, Sebastian with turds are pieces of art. Epic. Thank you guys. Thank you for stopping by. I'm sad you won't be here for the giveaway. There is a brand new pet that was added by a guildie of mine and also a fellow viewer. But we'll be doing the giveaway soon. So in half an hour, regardless of how this run goes, we'll be doing the giveaway. So we have Sisters, we have Desolate Host, and Maiden. I don't know if we'll make it to Avatar, even though I would like my shoulders. But I don't think Sisters doesn't have anything for me. Not at all. Nope. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull these guys back. Hopefully nobody runs forward. I'll wait for a few more people to get here before I pull. This trash is not fun at all. Alright, so now that we pulled it back, nobody can set off the trap. We're good. We're in a good place now. There's a piece of art called the Fountain. I'd have to look up what you're talking about. What you're talking about. Alright, so at this point, we have most of our DPSers here, but this pull is still one of those pulls that's just a pain all the time. I mean, we even got a B-res going. This trash is serious. We're gonna get it down. You love the server? What server? This Terralion? Alright, keep taking these ads down, and then hopefully nobody steps on the trap. That's not, you know, we don't want that to happen. Regardless of if they step on the trap or not, we can actually pull the Hippogriff Lord. Oh, of course, somebody ran right onto him and pulled the trap boss. If you do happen to do this, the trap boss takes priority because he does a stacking debuff, this one right here, that does more and more arcane damage as time goes on. So killing him is #1 priority, because if you don't get to kill him, you will for sure go down. There's no way to survive increasing damage every single time. So this guy's starting to hit really hard here. So hopefully he goes down before the next application, before 9 stacks. Perfect. 8 stacks. 8 stacks is all we can take. That's a lot of damage. STL, you're enjoying the Terralion server? That's good. It has a lot better pugs than my old server, I'll tell you that for sure. Alright, so these guys do a frontal cleave. So face them away from your group. If you are melee, stay the hell away from wherever your tank is. Don't stand in front of your tank, because these cleaves do hurt. Those right there, you see those? They do a ton of damage. Ooh, there's someone almost dying. There's a shaman. He's in front of me. He's right next to me. I saw him get cleaved. Alright, so with Sisters of the Moon, the big difference between normal and heroic, we have 2 abilities that go off every single time the moon is full. So in heroic mode, we're gonna have the healing debuff, which is the big one you really need to worry about. That is gonna go off in phase 1 and in phase 2. And then for phase 2 and phase 3, for phase 3, we're only gonna have incorporeal shot and the glaive. And so those aren't too bad to worry about. The glaive always comes out of the guy who's mounted, the sister who's mounted, the girl. So that one, the one that's a main active boss right now, that's where the glaive comes out of every single time. So for phase 2 and phase 3, when that glaive is going out, you just look to see where she's facing and just avoid that. But alright, we have one more person running over here. No loot for me. No 2 BOE epics for me. From Desolate Host, this helmet would be really nice. Not just for the transmog, but the helmet would be nice for all the strength, for all the haste it gives. But then I would need to get Tear Shoulders. This reliquary isn't very good. And then we have a back piece, so it would be nice to get an upgrade on. I think that's really it. Yeah, the 915, the neck isn't that great. Check the fountain and look at the art. Let's see. I see it, Sebastian. The hate for undead transmogs. I don't know if Max is AFK. I think he's watching at work, so he might be AFK a little bit. But wow, the hate. Max would completely agree with you. Let's get a ready check. This group is really slow, so let's get a ready check and get a pull timer going. Waiting on one more person to be ready, and I got a pull timer ready to go. And Deadman, get back in your grave. Brittany, I was already tanking underground. That's it. That's all that happened today. Like that, I'm done with being underground for today. I want to come back up, get some fresh air. Oh, that guy's AFK. So we'll get another ready check. Hopefully our DPS DK comes back soon. There he is. Perfect. Everybody's ready. Let's go. So I'll keep him right in the middle at first, and then I'll start moving with the Eclipse. But at first I can stay right here because the Eclipse should come over me at about 12 stacks. So that's good timing. It's good to just kind of stay around here for that time. So I'll cleanse my own stuff just in case we need to have a solo tank. But yeah, you can solo tank this as well. But the other tank is just going to hang out right here. So as soon as he gets the debuff, I will taunt off him, which happens right now. And I do want people to clear, so we'll hang out over here. So we will get the incorporeal shot and the healing debuff happening right now. So I'll move out, and I should get the taunt off, hopefully get the taunt off. No? No one wants to taunt off me? I'm just going to take increased damage? That's cool. There it is. There's the taunt off. Perfect. So now I can actually cleanse, because the Eclipse is finally showing, but it wasn't showing before. So I will pick up the ad as of right now. We don't need to be swapping on tanks anymore because the debuff doesn't happen in phase 2, and phase 3 has a different debuff altogether. So the ad will go down quickly, and first it'll be the priority, and then here's the Twilight Glaive on the tank, so that's gonna go through everyone. That kind of sucks. I'd never seen the Twilight Glaive actually target the tank. So there's the rapid shot as well, and whoever gets rapid shot needs to get immediate like overheals. So here's a glaive storm coming out of that guy. You guys can see it right there. It does come out straight from his face, so wherever that face is, oh, those glaives. That was not good tanking positioning. It just got everybody hit by the glaives. The good news is we have enough DPS to push phase 3 soon. So hopefully we can even avoid getting another full moon on phase 2. Perfect. We didn't even get another ad, so we for sure have all of this DPS perfect enough to be able to do this. So I'm gonna let that tank get his 2 stacks of the debuff while I stay cleansed off over here in the corner, and as soon as he gets his 2nd stack, I'll run in and taunt off. There's a lunar beacon going out on someone, and there's the incorporeal shot, so let me split that with them, and the glaive as well, so let's dodge that. And so he still doesn't have 2 stacks of the debuff, but I'll taunt off. It's been quite a while of him having that 1 stack, which is weird. It might be my add-on messing up again. That's what I'm thinking, that my add-on just didn't show him stack up to 2, because he was at 1 for a very, very long time. So there's 2 stacks on me. Hopefully we get a taunt off soon, but who knows? There it is. He did taunt off me. So there's the moon glaive on this guy over here, so that's good. And right now we're gonna have the other big glaive come out of the sister that's mounted again. So again, this sister that's mounted right here, that's where the glaive storm is gonna come out of, and it's gonna aim right at me. So I'll move over. There's enough people in the corporal to kind of take it. So we do want to keep dodging the glaives as they bounce around. So I did get my 2 stacks, and the other tank did taunt off. We all took a lot of damage from that incorporeal. Maybe not everybody was standing directly in it, but it was really, really big damage. But we're good to go. That's a kill. Alright, so let's move on to Desolate. Don't I feel kind of sad that this gives 915 and Argus shards do the same if they upgrade item level too much? Not too bad. It's not too bad for me. It's just what always happens with World of Warcraft, right? So, you're cooking dinner for your minions? Got it. That always happens with WoW. Whenever you get the release of a new raid, they kind of gear you up and they kind of do stuff. Like, I remember feeling really bad for, there was a ton of people that poured in years into vanilla. Like, vanilla was out to where someone could have poured in a solid, one whole solid year of grinding gear into vanilla, gone into BWL, maybe not Nax, but gone into BWL, and then they go over to BC, and the first green they find is better than their BWL gear. Now, it wasn't to that extreme. BWL gear did hold up a little bit, but for sure, when the raids first came out, it was like, yeah, no, that gear is done. So, I mean, it's something that always happens with WoW. The fact that when new stuff comes out, it completely outgears everything else. So, it's not too bad, Marcos. It's part of World of Warcraft that we've all learned at this point. But I mean, regardless of it being like 9, you know, it drops 910. You know, this gear, I'm still 927 item level, so even then, I'm still better geared than the new content. So, all the work I've put in still isn't just completely gone to waste. What's up, Shagran? Welcome, welcome. You're just in time, Shagran. The giveaway is going to be starting very, very soon. There's tons of tank bugs in Tomb as of today. Spear on host, and Galads and Glaive are targeting tanks. Oh, is that why that Glaive targeted the tank? I hadn't seen that before, and I thought maybe it was just luck that was the first time it happened. Also, Glocks, in Vault of the Warden, the first boss, the ads and the boss can go underneath the floor. And as a warrior, if you charge them, you also go underneath the floor and you get stuck there. And then they evade bug and summon fell explosions underground, and then you die. Every time a big patch comes out, yep, things kind of break. I know there's a lot of guilds that do Wednesday instead of Tuesday raiding because of that, because they don't want to test out any server maintenance, any patches. Gear comes easy and fast right now. Yeah, but that's how it's been. Anytime there's a new raid release and they release a new questing zone, they just want to gear you out. They want to gear out your alts. And I think especially now in Legion, they've known that Legion wasn't alt friendly. So now that they kind of are taking steps to be alt friendly, they're just going to the extreme. They're like, let's gear out everyone's alts as fast as we can so that they can just keep playing every class. So that, you know, there was a lot of people that said that Legion didn't have a lot of content, but the big reasoning behind that was they did the class campaigns, and so we all didn't get to see the content if you didn't play one of every class. So I think at this point they want us all to gear out, see those class campaigns, go out, get your mounts for every class, do the mage tower for every class. So I think that's what they're really aiming for. Hopefully we get some dispels going soon. Oh, you saw that Vault of the Warden? That was terrible. Katie said she was going to do a Vault of the Warden just because of that. She's going to solo tank them all underground the whole time. We didn't have any issue last night in Heroic. No, we didn't. There wasn't any big game-breaking issues last night. And yeah, for those waiting around for the giveaway, after we do Desolate, we'll do the giveaway. Although this group is doing really good, and we can probably get up to Avatar with this group, we'll do the giveaway. I know people have other things to get to, and this is around the time where the live streams end normally. So hopefully we one-shot Desolate, and we can do that giveaway. You're questing on Argus at the moment. Good luck. There's a lot of cool stuff over there. I like it when they add a new area and put in new models and stuff. Anytime they add a new area and they use the exact same models as before and the exact same assets, it gets kind of boring. But when they add a new area and it's brand new with new models, new textures, anything like that, I really enjoy it. So Argus definitely has a lot of that. I really want that mount with all of the faces on it. I want that mount. Nobody knows how to get it right now, but I want it. You just opened Nightfallen Horde and got order resources, so nothing more than order resources is a bug? No, they I'm pretty sure they nerfed the cash boxes. That's what you're talking about, right? The Nightfallen emissary cache. I think they nerfed them. You're guessing it was today's hotfix that has yes to be blue posted? Hey guys, sorry for making the floor in Vault of the Wardens not stable anymore. I'm sorry that it's just everybody can fall through and go and die. It's been fixed. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure emissary caches got a little bit nerfed, Shagran. One thing that I know did get nerfed was the caches from contributing Legion war supplies. So when you're over there like trying to get the Mage Tower and Nether Disruptor up or whatever, those caches got nerfed, but I think emissary as well. Although I did one emissary cache yesterday, and it was for the Armies of the Light or whatever the hell it is, the new faction, and that one had a nice purple in it. But I think the old ones are a little bit nerfed. Alright, so they're discussing who goes in what group. If they don't get it, if they don't organize it soon. Oh no, we only have 2 healers. 2 healers on this boss, if they both get withered, won't be very good. And with the glitches that are happening right now, I wouldn't doubt it that they both get withered. You've been targeted by a glaive before this patch? Okay. I had honestly never seen the main active tank get targeted by a glaive. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know. 2 and 4 corporeal, 1 and 3 spirit. Alright, so as soon as more people go into the spirit realm, I will ready check and get this going. RIP world quest. Yeah, I think they just want us to do the new world quest, which don't vary too much from the ones we're doing right now. At least now we can stop going to the squirrels in the Dream Wardens. A few more people need to jump down, but whatever. Let's just get this pull going. See if we can do it with this unorganized mess. And if we can, then good. And if not, then we'll do the giveaway right after. Two people are AFK. Hopefully they hurry up. Oh, that's the leader, the guy who's AFK. Oh, we're waiting on his buddy. Also, how far have you guys gotten into Concordance? I got my 7. So, it's getting up there. I mean, it's still not the most amazing thing to get, but I'm getting up there with 7. I don't really invest in my other weapons too much anymore either. Where are my other weapons? 1, and I think the other one's the same as well. Yeah, just 1. Gave up on those. Alright, let's just do the giveaway. This is taking a very long time. They're all yelling at each other. Alright, so we'll do the giveaway. I'll show you guys the new pet that's here this week, which was a gift. So we'll show you guys that. You're at 58. At 58 what? Alright, let me run over to the bank. 55 for faction plus realm, not the worst. You thought it was 75? Yeah, I honestly think they should just kind of discount that price. Not necessarily permanently, but a relatively easy kind of knockdown on that price would really help out. Oh, 58 on your weapon? Jeez. How can you enter the giveaway, Shagran? I will turn on my robot, and you will have to type in giveaway. Shagran, do me a favor and type in exclamation point and the $sign, and it'll tell you how much currency you have. And you will need at least 15 to enter. Can someone type in the currency thing for Shagran to be able to see it so that he can check? Let me start the giveaway. Yeah, so if you check your currency like that, Shagran, you need just 15 coins. So you see Brittany has 1,500. All you need is 15. You have 14 coins. So let me do this, Shagran. I've seen you in here doing what you need to do. So let me bump up the coins real quick. Oh, got a Lua error. All these add-ons. All right, so Shagran, type in that command for me again. You should be good to go. But you brought peanut butter, Clint? Shagran, type in that command for me again. Let's see how you're doing now. You should have 15 now. But alright, the new one that we have this week is this Lost Nether Pup, by the way. Shagran, I think the bot was a little too busy. Type it in again. Yeah, this Lost Nether Pup is probably going to be the rarest one of the bunch this week. Not by a whole lot, but it should be the rarest one. Let me see. Coins. I'll take a look, Shagran. I think you're fine now. Yeah, you're fine. You have 17 now. Alright. Alright, so I'll start the giveaway as soon as this. It'll be 5 minutes, and if you win the raffle, you will double up on your coins. So 15 coins to get in, and if you win, you do get 30. And you get to pick one of these guys. So there's the raffle, the robot just so you guys just type in the word giveaway. No exclamation point, nothing, all lowercase giveaway, and you guys will enter. And then I can see who entered here. You have 5 minutes. I am running over to the orc starting area. If you guys win, you guys will need to make a tune on this realm and meet me over with your brand new level 1 orc, and I will give you any of these pets. So for the pets, we have the Lost Nether Pup, which is probably going to be the top tier prize right now. We also have this archaeology voodoo figure. We have a few things from Black Temple with Abyssius and the Sister of Temptation. We have the Soul Broken Whelpling. We have the Little Bad Wolf. We have the Pet Bombling, which is from the Blinktrons. We also have Little Smokey from Blinktrons. We have this Halloween themed. We have the Valkyr and the Clockwork Rocket Bot and the Leviathan from Black Temple. So we do have a few things to give away here. I see 6 people have gotten in so far. Yeah, so you guys have 3 minutes left. 3 minutes if anyone else wants to submit or get into the giveaway. Also, if you guys are not here for the giveaway and you guys are done watching, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming back. I will be doing more and more live streams now. So consider maybe I'm considering maybe a Friday live stream, and I am also bringing Destiny 2 to the channel. That might be dropping tomorrow since it's the last day of the beta. So we'll see when the Destiny 2 content comes, but another RPG coming into the channel that's part of the Blizzard BNet launcher. So something that we can all kind of have. You're not joining. You don't want to win so many times, Sebastian. You have won twice. You have won twice. It is true. So there is 2 minutes and 50 seconds left on the giveaway. So right around the time when I get to the Horde starting zone. But if you guys do win, you get to pick any one of these pets here. And then next week we will do the discontinued item giveaway. I need to go see what the value on that is so I can let you guys know. And I will be posting that on Twitter as well. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, you guys can get on Twitter, follow me, ask me things, tweet things at me, DM me, whatever you guys want to do. I am on Twitter, and every now and then, if I'm debating between making one of like 4 or 5 different videos, I'll ask you guys on Twitter what you guys want to see first. I really need the chopper. It's okay. It gives me a nice 5-minute walk for the giveaway to close. If I had the chopper, I'd get there way too fast. Way too fast. I would need to slow down. In fact, look, if I kill this guy, I'm gonna level up. One day I'll get sprint on my rogue as well. But yeah, if you guys type in giveaway, you guys can enter. I only see 7 people in it right now, and you guys have 1:30 to join in. You'll just tweet at me all day long. You can do that. That's fine. But yeah, I only see 7 people in here. And yeah, if you guys are gone for the day, thank you for tuning in. I start live streaming at about 4 hours ago. So this live stream has been going on for about 4 hours every week. And then I'll be bringing more and more to the channel as well. And we can start doing some things together as well. So now that we have a bigger community, a bigger active community here, we can start doing some runs together. Maybe some achievement runs, transmog runs, current content runs, whatever it is. And the giveaway ends in 50 seconds. So right around the time when I get there. You see Brittany, I don't need a chopper, man. It's a chauffeur. It's perfectly timed. Perfectly timed for me to just get there as soon as the raffle is over. Labor Day live stream. You have no school. Might be Horde by then. All right. Maybe. We'll see. I do have some videos I do need to make as well before all this other stuff starts getting old. 10 seconds left on the raffle. So if you guys have not joined in, join in now. And I am waiting here. I'm waiting for you guys. Trying to look stealthy. I'm gonna do the MC Hammer dance. Waiting for you guys to come collect your prize. The raffle is closed. Max! Max, you won. Max, can you log in right now? Or will you collect your prize later? It's rigged. It's rigged. Well, we've done 4 giveaways, right? 4 or 5. I can't remember at this point. And Max still hadn't won one. Congrats, Max. Congrats. Max, can you log in now? Or will you want to collect it later? Alright, give you a second. Oh, Max, you probably have someone in Orgrimmar, right? 4? Yeah, I think we've done 4. I can go over to Orgrimmar as well, Max, if you'd rather meet there, rather than a brand new tune. But for everyone else, thank you guys for stopping by. Every week I do this. Every week we live stream a few Mythic Pluses, a little bit of the heroic content. Try to get some strategies out there. If you guys ever have any questions, you do have one in Orgrimmar, I'll head over to Orgrimmar. If you guys have any questions on any boss strategies, any Mythic Plus strategies, you guys can either ask me to run that dungeon, to do that boss, or to explain it to you while I'm live streaming. So besides my guides, I do also offer help here in my live streams and help break things down for you guys of any kind of questions you have. Do another giveaway. You're gonna donate more pets later. Yeah, so I'm planning on doing 2 live streams a week now, Sebastian. So the giveaways will double up. Orgrimmar, please. Yeah, I'm here. I'm in Orgrimmar. Too bad that walk didn't make my orc less ugly. Are you sure? Are you sure? I think the calf muscle. Let's see. Look at that. Calf muscles are doing a little bit better now. I don't know what you're talking about, Brittany. Sure thing, Max. Look at that. It's the, I call it the BOA essentials. This rogue, BOAs are so good that this rogue doesn't even have daggers. I can't even use Sinister Strike. Can't even use Sinister Strike because of the BOAs. I don't have BOA daggers. What would be a good item level for Mythic keys right now? If you're pushing a +10, I would suggest having 905 item level, like breaking 900 item level for a +10. Honestly, if you want to guarantee the +10, I would say a 910 item level. Sorry, excuse me, 910 item level. But if you're just running into a regular +10 and you're okay with just getting it done before the timer goes away, then yeah, 905-ish item level. And if you're a little bit lower than that, if you're doing something like a +7, if you completely gear out in Argus right now and get 880 item level, I think you can jump into a +6 or a +7, as long as you're comfortable with your class. You also have to know that you have to know your rotation, be comfortable with what you're doing, and be comfortable with doing the affixes that week. All right, where's Max? All right, Max. Max, what pet are you gonna get with the changes? Yeah, if you're pushing a +10, what are your choices? Let's see. Let's throw them in here, and then we will also throw them in party chat. Yeah, with the changes, I would suggest at a +10, you're pushing 905 item level, and then anything below that, the Nether Pup. Alright, he's getting the brand new pep that was donated to the channel. So thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you guys for being part of this community and being part of the giveaways. And honestly, we'll be back next week. Thank you guys for the amazing support. We got 3 sponsors today, which was insane. I really did not expect that. So thank you guys for always supporting, always sharing, always commenting, and being very active, whether it's in the videos or the live streams. Thank you guys for stopping by. And as always, good luck out there.